Alright, guys and dolls. I'm not happy with this side of my hair. Get the clippers out tonight. It'll be sorted by tomorrow. I know nobody's there. I know I'm not talking to myself. I know somebody will be watching this later. So thank you so much for watching this. Take the time of your day to watch this. Some of you I know. Some of you I don't know. You know, some of you for whatever reason can't comment or won't comment or just don't want to let me know you're there. For whatever reason. Doesn't mean it's bad. Okay, and I know that, and that's stupid, you know. Maybe we've had a fallout or something, you know, I don't know. Maybe you just don't feel, you know, but like, I've got nothing but love. I hold no grudges against any man or woman. A man put me away for 18 years, and I hold no grudges. So what have you done? So, you know what I mean? That's the way I look at it. Hello, guys. See, I'm just in, honest to God, you can't make this up. Like, we were like the other side in the middle of a field, nearly, we're heading out towards the forest, me, Katie, and the baby with the pram. And I'm like, what time is it? And she's like 1:30. The fucking time flew, and I'm like, fucking spun round. Katie's just went round like mum's to get stuff ready for the baby. She's going to the horse. And yeah, and then I'll get the baby. Hello, Wheatbix, Giovanni, everybody. Good to see yous. Yeah, I've sent out John. Good to see you. Driving between jobs. I'm listening to the best I can. No problem at all, mate. No problem at all. William Stewart. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're all good. I'm just going to make a cup of coffee. Like I say, I haven't stopped. Been non-stop, you know what I mean? And but that's the way I like it. Keeps your head, keeps everything focused, you know what I mean? Keeps, you know what I mean? You know the score. We bit bunkers, Willow Ferry. Good to see you all. To say hello to each other. You know, if you all just come on and say hi, guys, you know, then that's it. You know, because you've all said hello to each other. But I know you all like to just get, you know, wee bit personal. It's a wee bit better in it when you actually go to your way. Hello, Vanda. Welcome in as always. It was a wee bit personal. You know. So I don't know if you've seen my post. I put a wee post up on Facebook. So a couple of you's got a wee mention on it. Vanda. Don't know if Gary was there. Hello, Gary. Welcome in, mate. I'm still looking for you. I'm still looking for you in X. You need to go into X and leave me a comment under my video. Who is Freedom Dad? And then I'll know. Is it the same name, Gary? Is it the same name, mate? Because even if you follow me, it should come up in my notifications, and I have been looking out for you. I'm going to make a cup of coffee. Like I said, I've just sat down, just got the lighting sorted, making kettle boiled, tulips rounded our grannies. So yeah. Oh yes, okay, Gary, got that. Right, 2 seconds, guys, make this quick coffee. Right. Okay, that's not happening. Just need to wait for the kettle to boil. For some reason, the kettle stopped boiling, so I've just done all that, and the water's not warm. So who's jumped in? Hello, Eddie. Yeah, it's not working out too good for Stormer right now, but we'll cover all that once everybody gets in. 16 people. We normally go for about 20 to 30 people. 25, 21, 22, and then we can just go for it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm just in the door, guys. Was out with Katie and the baby. Peggy Mogg, what do you think of Irish apparently going to Ukraine as peacemakers? No, it will never happen. But well, they're not peacemakers if they're going to Ukraine. Oh, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, well, is Ireland part of NATO? That's the question. That's a good question, that, isn't it? I've never really paid much attention to that. So Ireland going in as an independent, that's not a bad idea. Like, you know what I mean? I think the Russians would be happy enough with that, you know? I don't think the Russians would be Kingfisher high yet. Yeah, I don't think the Russians would be too bothered about that. But putting British troops in and nah, they're not going to go with that. They're not going to go with that, guys. You know, we're in trouble. You know what I mean? Our government are talking absolute rubbish. You know what I mean? All this carry on, all of a sudden, you know, Trump was doing great. They were doing great. They were going towards peace, and then the next thing, Britain's like, oh, we want to backstop and we want to be involved, and let's everybody get together and let's all get a photograph and let's all hug Zelensky. I've never seen grown men hug. Like, I'll be honest with you, I can't touch. Guys can't touch me. You know what I mean? I can't have a guy touching me, and all my mates know that. Anybody's close to me, no, you know what I mean? I can't. I can give a quick hug, you know what I mean? Like, somebody I fucking love one of my mates, you know, I love my mates. Some of my mates I really do love, you know what I mean? And like, if I haven't seen them in ages, of course I'm going to give them a hug. It's like family. But just mates touching you and all that, you know, and just randomly cuddling guys, I just couldn't do it. It's impossible. It makes my skin crawl, and it's probably to do with abuse. Of course, it'll be something to do with that. But it's just very weird. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. It's feeling like that because of who I am. But, you know, I've never seen grown men get so close and cuddly, ever. You know, I normally get the old elbow and the fist pump and the handshake and the shoulder bump, you know what I mean? But all this cuddling and rubbing each other's backs and walking up the stairs, rubbing each other's backs, it's like, what are you doing? You know? Where are you going after this? That's what I want to know. You say, well, walking up them stairs, rubbing each other's backs. I'm like, well, there's only one woman there between the lot of yous. You know, but nothing surprises us, does it, with these private school boys? You know, let's be honest, you know, they'll tell you themselves, you know, things were bad in these private schools, these boys only schools, you know what I mean, especially back in the 50s, the 60s and the 70s. Well, that's where these men were going through. Most of them were going through college, you know what I mean? Hello, John. Half out, half in. Yes, it's getting worse for Stormer. You know, because people, to be honest with you guys, I think everybody in the world can see that when he's standing there going, the British are behind Ukraine, the British are behind us doing this, the British blah, blah, blah. And then everybody looks at all the comments and all the Facebook posts and on all the TikToks and all the YouTubes. Guys, it's fucking weird. I'm not kidding you on. Right, so one of the reasons why I do some videos that I do, and they might be a wee bit thought-provoking. That's thought-provoking, not provoking in any other way, thought-provoking. And the reason why I do it is for me to try and understand, is it just me or is it everybody else? So what I do is I put a video out and I go, this is what I think about Ukraine, this is what I think about Russia, this is what I think we should do, this is what I think is wrong and right. And then I look at my comments and I'm blown away. I'm blown away by the support. I'm blown away by the amount of people that have got their own two bits to put in. And it's all exactly what I'm saying, but they're looking at it from a different angle, which is even more important because I'm learning more and more stuff. And that's one of the reasons I will get your comments, guys. That's one of the reasons why I do what I do. It is part of it. It is part of it. And everybody at the minute is looking at comments. Please believe me, people are looking at comments. Just because you see a video, people are spending time going through comments because people are wanting to know what's the feeling on the ground? What's the public? What's the British public saying? And that's how we know how we feel. That's how we know when the government are lying to us, guys. The government can say whatever they want. They can tell world leaders, oh yeah, we've got free speech. We are the leaders in free speech. And everybody in the world's looking at him. And reporters are asking Trump when he's away back, as you have seen, asking Trump, listen, this Stormer guy's come over here and told you blatant lies. How can you trust a man like that? So, guys, this is being played out on the world stage. This is what we can see. So there's lots and lots and lots happening. And I just trust in us. I trust in me. I trust in yous. What we see with the Labour government, everybody else is seeing. And therefore, you've got to understand, would you go to war with the Labour government? Would you get into business with the Labour government? Would you trust the Labour government if you were another country around the world? Of course you wouldn't. And this is what we're starting to see. People are starting to go, oh, hold on a minute. You're no right. You know, everybody's wanting peace and you want to go to war. You want to start World War III, you know. Yeah, and then we look at Ukraine and everything that's went on in Ukraine in the last 20 years and you're like scratching your head and you're going, no, this isn't right. Why is there so many people got their fingers in the pie? Why is there so much dodgy stuff going on? Why does Biden give his whole family a pardon? Why is Biter hunting so much involved with Ukraine? You know, and you can go down so many rabbit holes with Ukraine. Why is there so many nuclear power plants in Ukraine? You know, and I'm going to tell you this as well. And this is might come as a shock. And I know it's just Freedom Dad saying this, but please believe me, I've done my research. There is no minerals. And if there is, there's very, very little. And I am going to do a video and I am going to bring evidence because there's no point taking it from me. I've got more intelligent people that will tell you that there's no minerals. And I know that we don't really, what does that matter to us? I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. I can't make any sense yet. I can't make any sense yet that the minerals is such a big thing, precious metals and all the rest of it. It's such a big, big deal right now. But yet there's experts around the world who deal in this stuff. Ukraine aren't even in the league tables. I'm not kidding you on. Ukraine aren't even in the league tables of the most minerals in around each country. Because everybody has an idea of the deposits. I don't know. I'm not that clever. But there is things out there, you know what I mean, that you can look into, guys. I'm going to make my coffee. But there's an awful lot of stuff not making any sense. And when it doesn't make any sense to me, then it's not making any sense to everybody else. So this is the whole point of going online and doing this and talking about it. So other people listening in can maybe do a wee video and talk about it, or talk to their friends. And you know what I mean? Because everybody, I'm asking everybody. I'm starting to come across a wee bit nuts. I'm starting to come across a wee bit. I feel like I'm coming across a wee bit nuts because I'm just randomly asking people questions. Don't get me wrong, I know them. You know what I mean? Some of them I talk to, some of them are hard to talk to, some of them I've just went like that too. But now I'm going, what do you think about Ukraine and Russia? And they're like, straight away, what's it got to do with us? You know, especially Scottish guys, you know, that Scottish, what's it got to do with us? You know what I mean? Nobody believes this rhetoric of Russia wanting to invade Europe and then take the rest of the world. Nobody believes it. It's only Stormer and these few headers that do not represent anybody. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not going to go into it. Good afternoon. Great weather out there, folks. Hello, Paz. Everybody say hello to Paz. Just going to make a coffee, guys. Second attempt. Right, so Paz is obviously, we know Paz is an ex-army, served this country, and if anybody knows Paz, what do you think? Do you think we're on our way to war, or do you think the rest of the world's going to wise up and put Stormer back in his place, back wherever he should be? What's your opinion, mate? If you've got the time. And one other question: what would that war look like for us in the mainland? That's another good question, isn't it? You know, I don't think the wars are the same. I don't think war is exactly what we see. We can see how wars changing with drones. You know, horrific, absolutely horrific. And you'll not believe what I seen today, guys. You're not going to believe this. I know this is out there. I watched a video today, right, on how to turn a drone that you can buy from Amazon into a weapon, step by step. How to attach an RPG rocket, how much the RPG would cost you, and everything about the drone. Taking the drone apart, looking at the motherboards, changing the blades, talking about the weight, exactly how. I can't believe what I'm seeing, and I'm not anybody for freedom of speech, but when it comes to weapons, you know, I think, you know, in this day and age, we should not be putting videos out. And it's not any of us. This is, I don't even know where this is from. I will bring it to these. I will show you a wee clip of it. These will be like, wow. You know, so I'm just going to quickly zip through these guys. Make sure I haven't missed anything. We send all the pause. Right, the rare earths aren't too accessible. Russia now have most in Donbass, so now would give a US grounding in terms of security. Yeah, because you're right, mate. You're right. Peggy Mog, you're right. And like, you know, Russia isn't giving that up. You know, Russia isn't. You do know what Starmer's wanting Russia to do, don't you? Starmer's wanting Russia to go back to Russia, give the land back that he's taken, say sorry, pay billions or trillions in compensation, and go back to Russia and be quiet. That's what Starmer's expecting Russia, Putin, and the Russian people to do. Freedom Dad, I wouldn't send my kids to war. Been there and done it myself. He can send all the establishment's family first and all the illegals if we go. Are the illegals going to stay with my kids? No chance, no. So William Stewart, I've seen a video as well, mate, where a guy's walking about asking, like he's went into London basically, and you know what London's like nowadays, guys. You know, it's unrecognisable. And he's went in there and he's just asking random people, and you know, some are olive skinned, some are just Europeans. I don't know how many, because it's a video, so I don't know how many out of, was it every single one, or did he just bring us specific ones? But everybody asked, would you go to war? Do you live in Britain? Yes. Would you go to war? No, I'm from, but you're living in Britain. What would you do if we went to war? We would just go back. And that's the common thread of these men and women. They say that they're British, living in Britain. But now they're getting tested. Like, we can see it. There's loads of people doing videos about it. None of these men are going to war for us. No, point blank, refusing to go to war for us. You know, that alone should be documented, and it should be put there for 4 years' time, for a reference. You know, for if anybody's got any doubt, if whoever's in and whoever's doing what needs to be done, and you've got your far left blue hair brigade saying, "Oh, that's not right," then we need to go to them. No, it is right. You know, there's all the documents and all the proof that there's nothing wrong. It's all right. You know, so we're not just talking about the threat to our children and the grooming gangs and you know the knife crime and the Rolex watches getting stolen, the acid attacks, and we're not just talking about that. There's so much. We're talking about the pressure on the NHS. We're talking about the pressure on the social benefits, the billions that we're forking out, you know, just with people coming over and just going straight on the benefits. We're talking about the fraud that's happening with people coming over claiming and then going back to their countries and still claiming, because that's the way the universal credit's set up, you know. You know, some people might be surprised to know that when you're on universal credit, nobody comes near you. You don't need to see anybody, you know. You go down and you get a meeting to start with, you know what I mean? But most people, if they know what they're doing and they're going to be con men, then they can come over here, sign up for universal credit, get housing benefit, get universal credit, get adult disability, and then they can actually go back to their own countries and not come back to Britain, because it's all done through online. All they need to do is have an IP address that's based in Britain, and it will look like they're in Britain through the emails, you know. As far as checking bank accounts, they just have different bank accounts. You know, when the government want to see a bank account, they show them the bank account that the universal credit goes into, and they don't use that for anything else. You get me? The money goes out the way it should, the way, you know, just people spending money. But basically they're just transferring it into other accounts, you know, whatever way they do. So sorry. I want to catch. Can everybody saying hello? I'm just seeing if there's any new names jumping out. Guys, I don't want to ignore anybody that's just come on to say hello. Gary McKay. The minerals and metals have been sold twice already. And the whole thing is a carry on, like population control through inflationary means. Population control through war is what I'm starting to think, to be honest with you, David. Andrew Tate said if he was given the orders from Trump or Elon, he would lead the charge, John Capone. Yeah. Well, he does own the Americans. He does owe the Americans for what the Americans have done. You know what I mean? I've got my own thing in Andrew Tate, guys. You know what I mean? And I'm not here to hate on the guy. 110%. He's done too much good for me to hate on him. But I can't really stand up for him or speak up for him or be in that camp, unfortunately, because of things I know, you know, and because of who I am as a Christian man and the respect I have for women, etc. You know what I mean? And, you know, at the end of the day, I've seen footage where Andrew Tate, like, talks about defrauding and talks about, you know, in my eyes, just really bad stuff. You know, I mean, I honestly think a bank robber's got so much more morals and pride than Andrew Tate. You know, I've got no two ways about it. You know, if that's my truth. You know, if you're gonna laugh and joke and make fun of pretending to be a woman to desperate men, probably men who've lost their wives, older men who's probably lost their wives, are probably at despair and they're just online looking for company. And they get led on by a man like Andrew Tate, pretending to be a woman, saying all the things that this poor soul expects from a woman. And yes, and they've admitted hundreds of thousands have taken off men. They've admitted it's online. If you want to see it, it's there. You know, you just need to research, you know what I mean? And I just can't get my head around that. I think that's one of the lowest things in life, you know what I mean? When you're going for men that are really vulnerable, and yep, some men may be rich and loaded and all the rest of it, fair enough. But some men, that may have been the last they had, you know what I mean? And they might never have been online looking for female company if their mental health hadn't been bad. And I'm not talking about me. I've never been that type of guy, you know what I mean? You know, I've been with working girls, but it's been a respectful, mutual thing, obviously, and I don't do online stuff. It's not, you know, I don't understand that. I'm a social animal, you know what I mean? When I was single, I wouldn't need anything like this. But there is men out there that are lonely in that, and that's the facts. That's the facts, you know, and it's not enough to crucify him, you know what I mean? But it's enough for me not to support him, that's all, you know what I mean? But I'm not telling you not to support him. Everybody's different. Okay. Half is not, most of them getting benefits sent it back home. Yeah, Shell. Well, O'Fry, my mum told me during the war they took our lads on money to, they called it Shanghai. It looked like Shanghai. That's right. Shelley, Daphne, you see the way British people are treated on Universal Christmas, but they're not doing it with the other mob. I know. It's bad. Really, really bad. Yeah, it's quite vulgar, yeah. He is, Alison. That's his past mate, and that's fault people were following. No, that 100%. But yeah, I totally get that. We look forward, and I'm just saying it's just me as a person. You know what I mean? I just, you know, he probably one day look back on it and regret it himself, you know, and because he was a younger man, and as he'll get older, he'll probably understand it. And maybe one day he'll address it and apologize, and maybe one day he'll find them men and give the money back. Who knows, you know? But I think, you know, if you're doing a service, if I'm doing a service, you know, and people are paying for that service, you know, you expect to get what you want, what you're paying for. You know, if you're paying for thinking that this girl's needing help and she's wanting to come and see you, or there's a story where there's money need and you're giving that money over. Yes, you're gullible, but you don't know whether these people's minds are, you know what I mean? Even if there's one guy caught out on that, that's not right. They didn't need to do that. You know, they really didn't need to do that, so they didn't. And it's frauding. It's, you know, it doesn't matter what you do. Any company, any business, if you sell something and it isn't what it says on the box, you're defrauding that person. You know what I mean? We've seen it. We've seen it over and over again in many things. And that's just the way I see it. I just think it was naughty, you know. And I don't think it's not just the naughtiness of what he's done. It's the naughtiest. It's the way he's behaved about it. It's the way he thinks it's funny. It's the way he thinks he tells the story as if you're meant to go, wow, that's brilliant. You know, and we're all meant to look at these men as if like, get it up, you know what I mean? You've spent your life savings and it was a guy. No, I don't think that's funny. I don't get nothing out of that at all. I just think that's bad. You know, I think out of all the ways you can make money in the world, that's what you choose. If that's what a man will do, if that's how far a man will go, then the limit's out there, as far as I'm concerned, you know what I mean? But he has done a lot of good. John Capone is right. He has done so much good for young men. He really has. There's like this is the pros. You know what I mean? He's took a lot of men from suicide. He's built a lot of men up. He's lifted a lot of men's heads up, and he has created families. He has created families. He's making men want to have families. He's making men want to be men again. You know, and that's good. That is good. And that's why I'm not crucifying him. I'm just telling you he isn't my cup of tea, and that's why. That's all. You know, just being open and honest like I normally do, and I just, that's all it is. If you bring somebody up on here and we're talking about it, then I have to give my honest opinion. Yeah, but John Capone is bang on. John sees past that. I can't see past that, and that's me. That's on me. It's not on anybody else. That's on me. John can see past that because of the bigger picture, which is bang on. You know, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should see past that. You know, because he can do a lot of good for patriots. He can do a lot of good. I don't know. He's turned a Muslim. I don't know if he's still a Muslim or what. I haven't got a clue what he's doing there. I don't know if he turned a Muslim out of fear because he was getting a lot of threats. I don't know. If he thought, I'm a Muslim, so at least I don't need to worry about them now. You know, but who knows? Faraz is calling out JD Vance. I'm not understanding Faraz. Faraz is very, very confusing, isn't he, guys? Isn't Faraz one of the most confusing politicians you've ever met? Have you ever met a leader of a leader of a political party getting a complete bit on the news? Like one of the main news is like GB News is the top news. And, you know, I've always thought, you know, I mean, to be honest with you, like political parties weren't really allowed to do that because it would be biased. And I couldn't imagine like them letting Tommy Robinson doing it or Nick or do it or any other right-wing political groups that would pop up, you know, whether it be SDP, you know, and, you know, I just think it's interesting that the powers that be allow it and give Nigel this opportunity. It's something we've never seen before, and I don't think anybody really realizes that we've never actually seen this before. A leader of a party that's grown and taken over Britain has given such a big, massive platform on our mainstream. Very strange. Very strange. It's like he's getting primed, ready to take over, guys, and we're all falling for it. Everything Freedom Dad says about Tate is true. He showed me, hello all, and immigrants being working hustles on our welfare service. Nigerians told me 90s they get taught. Yep, he's right. That's Lee. Thank you, Lee. Yeah, Giovanni. Aye. I think they do get on all right. Hi all, Freedom Dad. Tate isn't bad to... Hi all, MG, Freedom Dad. Andrew Tate isn't that bad, to be fair. Seen few of his interviews. How do you know those men weren't pedos, to be honest? Well, I don't know anything about the men at all. I really don't, you know. And I don't think it was like that. You know what I mean? I think it was just men looking for women. It's just one of them normal things that happen in life, you know, just the normal... the way it is, the red light district, and the men, it's always works out. It's always like men in their 30s onwards, and the women are always like 30s downwards, you know, and, you know, it's a fine line, you know, I mean, it is a fine line, and it's a tricky subject, and me being with a younger woman as well, you know, so there's not a lot I can really say there, but I just think, as a Christian, you got to see it from my point of view. I'm not trying to tell you stuff. I'm just giving you facts, and I just tell you what's in my head. I'm just being open and honest, and I'm not wanting to cause division or any fractions, and I don't want people not to follow Andrew Tate. You know, definitely. I'm just giving you a leveled opinion of Andrew Tate. You know, and I think everybody should know these things. You know, I don't know where he's going to end up. He could end up Prime Minister of Great Britain. You know, anything can happen in the next 4 years, guys. Anything can happen. If Trump from The Apprentice can become fucking president of America, then Andrew Tate can become Prime Minister You know, so let's be honest, it's a popular vote, guys. The popular vote's coming through. This is what's now happening. You know, people are voting this way. A populist vote, you know, instead of voting for a politician, they're voting for somebody who's popular. And that's why I truly think Tommy Robinson will run this country one day, because we will vote a popular vote. Right, they've all been flanning. They've all been flanning these comments. You're right. There are Peggy Mogg. Did people need a Tate to outline how government policy works? I don't think so. Yep, he's a fighter. Yep, he is. I fear the UK is headed for civil war. And another thing just about Andrew Tate, he has been persecuted just like Tommy Robinson. You know, and, you know, we got to remember that as well, guys. There's no much ego and ball swinging going on, sorry but true. William Stewart, British Lorder, do a video on the White House between Trump and Zelensky yesterday. Watched it, was good video. I ended up watching a video of his 6 months ago when he was in Prague or somewhere like that. It was quite interesting. I saw Tate in the podcast, that Candid with Loomis show. It was interesting. Oh, Bluebell. I didn't know that. I'll have a wee look. I will have a wee look. I like to do my research. So if I'm going to talk about Andrew Tate, I need to do a wee bit more research then, don't I? Everybody has an opinion. I find it hard to wonder why men would want to ring girls for services. Yeah. I honestly think it's companionship. I honestly do believe it's men that are lonely rather than like pedos. You know, I think, to be honest with you, men like who we're talking about, the pedos, right, is they're more, they know what they want and they know how they get it. You know, they know what to do, you know. They're not going to get what they want online, like what Andrew Tate offers, you know. So that's why I wouldn't really go down that road, you know. But I do think, guys, it is loneliness, you know. I just see men who's lost loved ones, you know, and I can't help fucking seeing them, men like that, that's on these phones. And I don't know why that is. You just look at men, creepy old men and all that. I don't see it like that. I see it like men that are lost, you know, and then, you know, just lost, and they're just like the money doesn't care. Their love's their wife's gone or whatever, or children have left them or something, and they're just in the despair and they're just throwing money anywhere, you know. And maybe Andrew Tate knows this and seen a thing and took advantage of it. I don't know. Maybe there was a time when there was a lot of men like that. You know, it depends what services were available. David, M&G, desperation, loneliness, depression, intimacy, sexual frustration. There you go. There you go. In a nutshell. Thank you so much. Yeah, you know, so yeah, there's so many different reasons. At the same time, yet there is a wide scope of reasons, but the general consensus, I would say, loneliness, depression, desperation, intimacy, intimacy, sexual frustration, etc. Yeah, 100%. We can all agree that there's definitely there is going to be one man like that. Can't we agree? There's going to be one man like that. So if there's one man like that, then that man should be protected, you know, not taken advantage of. I saw that he's telling Ukraine to join NATO. Hope not. Yeah, I'll share. You're right. It's gone to his head, all right. Now, I know with my videos, guys, I know what I've done with my videos in the past, you know, like with the reform thing, you know, I knew what I was doing, and like a lot of YouTubers talk about it, you know what I mean, because they don't see it coming, but I just know what people are like, you know, and I knew whenever I decided to be honest and truthful with you, I knew what I was doing, you know, I knew there was people who were going to leave. I'm glad that they were respectful. Like, I'll be honest with you, most guys that didn't agree with me and left were respectful and just left. You know, they really were. So, and I think that's the type of guys and girls that we get on here. But what I'm trying to say is, guys, you know what I know. You can see what I can see. You know what I mean? And it is so fucking frustrating, and it breaks my heart, because I don't want people thinking that I'm here hating on Nigel Farage, or I've got some sort of personal vendetta, or I'm just fucking saying stuff for content. I don't want to be like that. I don't want people thinking like that of me. And to avoid that, all I've got to do is keep stum. Oh, that's all I've got. I don't even need to say anything about Nigel Farage or reform. I just need to keep stum. I just need to keep them right out of it. And if any of you's mentioned it to say, listen, I'm not going to get involved, then you would be like, oh, you fucking bang on, Freedom Dad. I totally get it, because it's not worth it. But it is worth it to me. You see, it is, because it's worth it more than the likes and the subs and all the rest of it. It really is. Because I know you guys are like, thanks, Freedom Dad. Thanks for fucking doing this and saying these things. Because I thought I was going off my nut. Because it's so obvious to certain people. So obvious. You know? When you break down every interview and just cut the bits out where he talks about himself, that's when you realise who that man truly is. You know? There's not an interview where he doesn't big himself up about Brexit. But the truth is, he made an ass of it. He got Brexit and then run and left us. And what could we do? If we don't have anybody steering the ship, we're fucking right. We went right into the rocks. As soon as he jumped off the boat and left us to it, we went right into the rocks. And then we were just easy pickings. You know what I mean? What's Brexit done for us? Fucking Europe still have all the laws. Yeah, if any, our judges say, no, you're not doing this, or yeah, you're doing this, they just appeal it to the European courts and they overrule it. It needs to be reassessed. And I'm disappointed that Nigel left us like that. You know? I might have jumped a few messages because I don't want to like get over thingied with them guys, so please forgive me. Lee British Patriot, Fusing, I think it's called. They worked them and made few bucks. Car fushing, I think it's called. They worked them and made few bucks. Got to go. All love to you all. Stay safe all, and Freedom Dad, great work, mate. Thank you, Lee. Give us a wee call. Things that haven't been right lately. Everything's been a wee bit wonky tonky, man, but everything's sort of coming back to the normal wee bit where I like life, and you know, everybody's healthy and everybody's happy, but you know, I have been neglected. I haven't had the reach like to some of my friends that I should have, and you know, I'm also trying to stay on top of some people who really do need to hear me and need to get that wee chat every now and again, and I'm just trying to fit in a half an hour phone call in between things, and you know, and like I do rely, like Lee, I do rely on you if you need to speak to me, mate. Just fucking phone me, man. Just harass me, man, until, because my phone's on silent or do not disturb, because I'm maybe screen recording and I forget to take the do not disturb off. So mate, just keep phoning, just keep WhatsApping, whatever, you know what I mean? Just okay, and I'll promise you, I'll make sure they take time out of the day, a good hour, and we'll get a wee chat. Thanks, Gary. Yeah, we will prevail. We will prevail, Lee. Yeah. There's a new thing with the knives. You know, what I mean, the knife crime in Britain has changed, and the crime culture has changed. Like I've told you, from what I can tell you is from like the high up levels of gangsters and organised crime, it's changing. That is changing. You know, the guys that I'm talking to that have been involved in crime and organised crime all their life, crime families that have been involved in it all their lives, you know, they're all saying the same thing. There's guys coming through from other countries and they're brutal. They're ripping people off. There's no trust. There's no more where you can go with your goods and pick the money up and swap the goods. They're getting ripped off, or they're going to buy goods and they're buying blocks of shoe polish. You know what I mean? Or they're buying fucking brown sugar and they've just spent about 200-300 grand. You know what I mean? So this is the foreigners pushing the natives out of the organised crime, because rather than start a war, the only other way is to just rip people off, come across as if you're not worth working with. If you've got the product, guys are just going to be like that. You know what I mean? What can we do? What can you do? You can't. You're not going to keep risking all this money and going down and meeting guys and getting, you know what I mean, and then getting ripped off, or worse, getting taken away and put in a hole in a forest where everybody thinks you've just disappeared to Thailand. That's happening, guys. these criminals don't have, like, some of these criminals don't have families. A lot of these top men, like, that run organised crimes and involve proper professional criminals, they don't have families. They don't have fucking children and all that. They just run about doing what they're doing. They may have a child here or there, and one in Spain, maybe one in Ireland, one in Scotland or something, depending on who they are, one in Liverpool, but they're not fathers. They don't do the father role. That is not part of their lives. Their life is making money, making as much money as possible, being a gangster. And that's all changing. That is all changing. Spain used to be full of gangsters from Britain, and now it's filling up with gangsters from other parts of the country. They're taking over everywhere. And things are changing, guys, and it's coming right down the street level, like all the crime is changing. Because the other side of that as well, who wants to commit crime and end up in jail when the jails are full of people that don't like you? Reforms always hear the showman at best. Narcissist. Yeah, David. Yeah, I can see that. 100%. I don't like saying it, but I can see it, and there's no point me in saying it, and I can't keep it. I can't just not say it because I believe everybody. If I say it, loads of people say it. Because I'm not a psychiatrist or nothing, so I know just be simple. Me sees it. Then there's a lot of intelligent people around the world sees exactly who Nigel Farage is, and that concerns me. Because, who's putting Nigel Farage here? Why does he seem to have such a free run to go for Prime Minister? How are we all sitting here going, Nigel Farage is going to be the next Prime Minister? Yeah, Nigel. Do you honestly think the people that are running the show aren't aware of this? I just think if they didn't want Nigel Farage in power, one, he wouldn't be on GB News. There'd be a law brought out that if you're a member of Parliament or you're a leader of any party or anything like that, then you shouldn't get a chance to have a platform like that. Would you like Starmer having his own bit? Would you like the leader of Conservatives having their own block on the news? What about the Lib Dems, the Greens, SNP? Right, SNP having a big block on morning telly. No, something's not right. Something is not right, guys. But hell, man, you coming on the internet and telling people this? Hell, man, these guys, you know what I mean? You're like, whoa, fucking hell, man. Yep, good, mate, good. As long as you know I'm here, mate, because I love you to bits, man. And what you've done for me is out there, man. You know what I mean? I actually had 3 rings on yesterday and the oven. Yeah, I was like at the Tate. This is the first time I have 3 rings and an oven on it for years and years and years. It was amazing. I had frying onions in one, frying mushrooms, and because Katie doesn't like mushrooms, so I had to do them separate. And a wee bit of chicken in a bag, some sort of spicy chicken in the bag in the oven, and chip pan on for homemade chips. So thank you, Lee. I'm made up. Look, that's what I mean. That's what you've done, mate. You know what I mean? Fucking 4 years with a cooker, man. Along comes Lee. Bump. So thank you, mate. Thank you so much. I'm off ski for a run before I phone a chat line. Catch you all later. Stay friendly, guys, and live and let live. Yes, definitely. Yeah, me neither. It's just intuition. He's got links higher up, probably some financial corruption going on. Well, I said, David, in my videos, I think whenever he got done, when his banks got frozen, I think that was a shot across his bows. I think that was the big man. Because you got to understand, banks getting frozen and all that, and money doesn't affect us. We're not multimillionaires. So, if they shut my bank off, you know what I mean? What's the worst can happen? You know what I mean? What is really the worst that can happen for me? But if you got millions, fucking hell, man. I don't know what the implications are. I really don't. It does affect millionaires when the banks turn against. What do you do when you're a millionaire and the banks turn against you? Yeah, it must be really scary, because you got to trust the bank with your money. you know, and yeah, I just think it's quite remarkable that, you know, people are just fucking so blind to what's going on, like, and you see the way him and Stormer get on, and, you know, best of buddies, and, you know, the wee snippets that we've seen, and all, like, the question, the things that he doesn't say just blew me away, and how everybody just doesn't mind that he's not saying some things, and he's just saying enough to get everybody going, yay, because there's nobody saying anything like that. So he just has to say a wee bit, and everybody's like, yay. You know what I mean? But it's only because there's nobody else. You know, you could throw Tommy Robinson in the mix, and Ben Habib and his up, and another party, and throw all them up talking, and get them all on stage together. Fucking Nigel Farage would look a totally different man then, I can assure you. You know, I can assure you. Overnight, you'd see the difference when Nigel Farage standing next to Tommy Robinson and Ben Habib on just like Trump does, like they do in America, where they all go on stage and they have that debate. That's when you would see real men. That's when you would see the real men, when they're faced with opposition. There is no opposition to reform, so they can say and do whatever they want. They've got it. They've got it in the bag. Why do they need to worry? You know, they're going to be the next. They're going to be rolling it in. All their mates are like that. Yes. All the ones you see, all the YouTubers you see that really support them and never mention anything that I mention. And they look at me as if I'm just a bad person saying these things, because they're all due to get a wee bit of that. They're all going up with them, you see? And they don't care about us. None of these people care about us, because they don't live in the working class areas. They try and talk a wee bit working classy, but they're not. Please believe me, if they cared about the working class, they'd be telling you what I'm telling you, because I'm not just making this up. I'm not doing this for fun. I'm not wanting hate from fucking reform voters for fun. It's not the kind of guy I am. I hate all that, you know? See, if I was that kind of guy, I would just be saying, like, hit the like button, share, put my videos on YouTube, pause, give me a shout out, British Slaughter, give us a shout out, you know what I mean? I don't want anything like that. I'm happy with this. You get me? So why would I make myself out to be a target? I do it because I'm a truthful man. You know, I have to be honest. And sometimes it's fucking hard work. It really is hard work, guys, over here, you know, saying the things that need to be said, you know, and, you know, I've got yous have got my back, and that's all that matters to me, you know what I mean? We're all on the same page. You know, I'm not the only one out there, thank God, you know, and this is how I found out by doing these. And now you all know that you aren't the only ones, because you see everybody now. This is reality. This is the YouTube channel that everybody's fucking tuned right in, but everybody thinks we're nuts. And it doesn't matter if it was nighttime out there and you went, look how dark it is, and they would go, no, it's not, it's fucking bright. You know what I mean? Oh, it's crazy, like. And it is desperation, guys. It's just desperation. They're just desperate. There's just no, what else do we do? And that's not no excuse. See how many people say to me, but there's nobody else. So that's why you're doing what you're doing, because there's nobody else. Does that not sound even mental? Does that not just sound as if there is just nobody else, and that's the reason why you're doing it? Do you not think the establishment then are going to make sure that things are done their way? Come on. We can't just say because there's nobody else. We need to be going there. Whoa. Okay, hell, man. Whoa, everybody calm down. Let's wait till Tommy gets out. Let's give it a couple of years. Let's get over the shock of what we've just happened with Labour and what they've done to us, and let's just like get the heart beating, calm down a wee bit and take a breath. Everybody's just reform, Nigel, they're the answer, blah, blah, blah. And then you've got intelligent people asking these serious questions, and we're starting to go, maybe reform aren't. Maybe reform are just as bad as fucking Tories and Labour. Imagine that reform are exactly the same as Labour and the Tories. And in 4 years' time, there's like 50% are just Tory members, and maybe a few Labour ones that have been kicked out of Labour by then. Nah, that's not going to work, guys. That's never going to work. It's not like this has just happened. We've had this problem with immigration and crime and the grooming gangs for fucking 15 years. Tommy Robinson's been doing this for 15 years. It's not like it's just happened. So we've had 15 years of nothing getting done, where it's escalated that bad. 50 cities. They're talking 250,000 children involved, victims. 15 years of it we've had. When is enough enough? When do you think enough's enough? How many, what numbers do you think? How many children do you think? 1 million? 2 million? When do you think it will be enough for reform to actually start talking like the people want them to talk and say the things that the people want them to say and do the things that people in Britain want them to do for our children, for us, for the safety of our country, for our culture, our traditions? Jeez, oh, so frustrating. Like, it gets me so frustrating because, like, it's not even hard. There's nothing hard about it. Sorry, guys. Ranting and raving again, man. He's an empty box. Yeah, we need working class men and women. So we do. We need working class men and women. You cannot put... When the majority of the country are working class men and women, why would you not have working class men and women running the country? Are we too stupid? Is that what you're trying to say? Are you trying to tell us because you went to private school that you're smarter than all us? Is that what they're trying to say? Oh, you can't run the country, you are too dumb. Oh, you need to go to private school and all that, so you do all boys school before any chance of getting involved in politics. You know what I mean? Nah. Yeah, things are changing. Things will change. I know they're going to change. They know they're going to change, but that's what worries me because they know it's coming. AMH, we can wait for Tommy, but in the meantime, what else do we have? But who else do we need? This is my question. Who else do we need right now? What can we do? What's purpose does any political party have right now? I don't know. I haven't got a clue what anybody can do, what political party can do. As far as I'm concerned, Labour are in charge and they're not listening to nobody and they're going to do whatever they want. You know? All I'm saying is that we need to show ourselves of what we want. We need to show anybody that's wanting to take over running this country exactly what the people want. That's the most important thing that we need to do. So then when everybody's put in the position of looking after the country and becoming a politician or prime minister, they're not going to be mistaken in what the people want. That's all I can tell you to do right now, you know. And yeah, you know, we are waiting for Tommy. Tommy will give everybody direction. We're waiting for Ben Habib is waiting for Tommy to get out. I think there's a lot of people waiting for Tommy to get out. I really do. I think there's a lot happening that we don't know about. So I do. 1 minute everyone's saying that don't vote nasal, then it all changes. Vote nasal, vote nasal. Yeah. You're right. You're right, mate. We did get a lot of that, and people didn't know what was going on. And I've always stayed the same, and I've always just stayed the same. I at the end of the day, I'm wanting reassurances. If you've got a political party, if we're in such a state and such a mess, and we've got a political party who are saying they're going to be the saviors, then I want reassurances. You know, the amount of TV and video that I've watched of Nigel Farage, and I haven't ever got it. I felt worse. I felt worse. It's been that bad. I've actually got depressed because I went, oh my God, the things he said, bringing them along with us. If we don't, we're in trouble. That's fucking terrifying. That is terrifying. He's talking about the Muslim vote. This is the next leader of Great Britain telling us if we don't basically comply, then we're in trouble. What? The whole point of getting the next leader is to stop this. The whole point of this is to stop that happening. What he's saying is inevitable. It's not inevitable. It's inevitable if we go on our 8 years. Then yes, it's done. 8 years, it's done. It's done. 8 years of immigration, we're done. No two ways about it. 8 years of fighting AIDS men coming into this country full of testosterone. We're finished as a nation, as people. Traditions, culture, family, religion, Christianity, gone. Gone. Totally gone. 50 years, totally gone. Britain will never... I can't even put it in the words. The image I have in my head, I can't even put it in the words. It's that absolutely heartbreaking. It really is. And we're talking about England. I'm not talking about Scotland and Ireland. Like, so I'm not so sure about Scotland and Ireland. I'm talking about England, guys. You know? 2 seconds. I'm going to get back to that. There's our song. Right, 2 seconds, guys. Need to catch up. Right, okay. 1 minute, everyone. Yeah, I've got that one, John. I would have more confidence in UKIP at this point. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. William Stewart, Freedom Dad. By the time Tommy gets out, there'll be no money left. Started Plus will give it all away to other countries. Don't worry. We've got no money anyway. There is no money left. Our money's gone. You can see there's no money in the councils. There's no money for old people. There's no money for farmers. There's money's gone. Money's gone. The money is gone. You know, people are going to stop paying poll tax. People are going to stop paying other money. People are going to start causing the government problems, and it's like all the police, the money that they're going to fork out for all these protests. The money's gone. There's no money coming in, and all the money's there's more money going out than there is coming in. The government just don't realise what they've done. And I'm talking about the taxes, all the rich people leaving. I'm talking about people not paying anything. People people not even working. People going, fuck this, I'm not working anymore. If they can get fucking $2,000 a month, well, you know, I was only getting $2,500 a month anyway. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I'm losing 500. I'm losing £500. I don't have to get out of bed for work. That's what people are doing now. That's the way the people, our kids are leaving school and going, what? What, you want me to go and work in that factory? But all them are all fucking run about all day, jumping about the kebab shops, selling drugs and running about the streets. Why are they not working? Because they're all on benefits. I want some of that. Obviously, that's what's going to happen. That's what is happening in Great Britain. This is why they're going nuts about the social benefits, and they're going to hit adult disability, and the people that really need it are going to suffer. This is what's going to happen. Like, there's already talk about it. It's all over the fucking internet right now. Well, just concentrate and climb up and down the ladder, Eddie. Reform isn't just Nigel, but reform is just Nigel when Nigel's at the helm. If Nigel's going to be Prime Minister, you know, and, you know, if it was just Nigel, it wouldn't be so bad. But it's not just Nigel, it's Lee Anderson as well. None of them are saying anything. All of them get on all working classy and we're one of the boys, but they're no fucking saying anything that everybody in the communities are saying. It's like they're afraid. They're afraid. They are afraid. They're afraid to be accused of being far right. They're accused of being called racist, you know, just like all of us. But sometimes that label, you just have to take that label on the chin, you know, because it's not us calling it. We're not calling them it. I don't call any of my friends racist or far right because they've got the same political ideology as me. They just want a bit safer country for their children. Fuck hate, man. You know, and reform need to understand that. They need to know that we don't want what they're saying that Britain's going to look like in 50 years. Because there's reformers saying we need to take them with us. What if they don't want to come with us, Nigel? That's all for and well, opening the door for them and saying, come on, let's go. But when they shut the door and they say, you aren't going anywhere, that's when you need to worry, you know? It's all right saying, yeah, we need to do this, we need to do that, but they also need to do it too. They need to go along with our ideas and visions and goals. They need to be part of that. They need to be part of our culture. They need to be part of our traditions. They need to integrate. That's all they got to do. Be grateful to us for being part of our country. No fucking taking away everything we have and fucking ramming everything else that they've got down our throats. And then fucking putting us in jail because we disagree with it. Calling us Islamophobias because we don't want all this madness just brought into the country and told we've got to accept it. You know? It doesn't make, it's nuts. It's nuts. Yep, Lee, plenty of time, all personality jury out with Nigel. To be honest, but Lowe is brilliant. I actually feel there'll be change in reform. Nigel move aside, to be honest, has his habit of jumping ship. Yeah, you're right. I do think when the shit hits the fan, Nigel will go. And You know, the thing about Robert Lowe is he's made too many statements to back down, you know, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. We know where he stands. There's no back doors in the man. We've got a good idea what he's talking about, you know. So, yeah, that's the only way I can see reform doing what needs to be done. And, you know, I don't think, guys, like people say, but they're playing the long game and they can't just say, and I don't agree with that. Like, I think this stage of the game, you know, they should know the feeling on the ground. You know, they should know that people are worried now and that we're sort of, the diplomacy needs to get thrown out the window. You just need to be frank and honest with the people. And you need to be frank and honest with the other communities. You know, you need to be frank and honest with Labour and the Conservatives and the Lib Dems and the Greens. And you need to put your policies down hard and now. And so you let the people, this is what we're going to do. Do you want us to do this? Then vote for us. That's it. Simple as that, guys. You know, it's what it's all about. But there's no back doors, no will they, won't they? You know, no insecurities for us and me as a father. Maybe something bad happening to me and having to leave Lucky on her own with her mum. You know, at least I'm going with them securities in my heart, knowing that, yeah, the right men are steering the ship now. You know, my daughter's going to be safe. It's not hard, is it? It's not much to ask. You know, I mean, it's like politics, innit? It's Britain, innit? We just want our country back. We just want to be looked at and spend a wee bit of time. And like, as you know, I like a wee bit of attention, you know, so we'd like a wee bit of attention directed back towards us, like our old people and our children, our children's homes. You know, we'd like more done to protect our children, and, you know, men that do horrific things being put to prison and then sent out of the country, not put to prison and put back into the communities where the victims are. What country in the world, name me one country in the world that would allow a man to seriously, sickeningly abuse a child, get 12, 14, 15, 20 years where they only do half, remember? They only do half, if that. You know, so a 20-year sentence, they can be back out in the street within 7, 8 years with home leaves and all that. So what world do you know, or what planets do you know where there's a country that allow that? You know, just there you go. We've just spent hundreds of thousands of you keeping you in our jails. And now you're going to come out of jail, go straight on the benefits, and we're going to spend hundreds of thousands of you. And while we're doing that, you're going to be driving about in fancy cars, working on the fly, and intimidating the victims, and probably finding more victims. Because these guys aren't going to change. They don't do courses in jails where they become righteous and holy. You know, it's not about being a paedophile. It's not a sexual preference. It's a racial hatred. You know. Maybe a mix of everything, but the racial hatred is the most important thing to me, you know, because if they were proper predators, then it would be just all sorts of children from all different colours and religions, you know what I mean? It wouldn't just be Christian kids or Sikh kids. There would be Muslim children involved. There would be Muslim victims, you know what I mean? Because they'd be the easiest targets because that's who's in their communities. So they leave their own communities and come into our and they target our children. So that's a racial thing, and that's the most extreme of it all for me. Like, and then you're letting these people who have showed clear sadistic racism, and you're letting them back out onto our streets with a wee bit of a license. But how can you you can't police the streets. You can't go in and get vulnerable children out. So how you meant to parole these men properly? You know, so. Absolutely, LA getting played is a chase piece to reform success. The working class will be treated as collateral damage. Don't trust them. Up again. Don't look down. It's not Nigel Reform who's made a mess of the country for a start. It's not Nigel/Reform who's made, yeah, definitely. Oh, 100%. We know that. We know it. It's the establishment. It's the men from the private schools. It's the men in the suits. It's the men in Parliament and sit nodding their heads and agreeing. It's the men who are cozying up to Starmer. You know, it's the men who have all drink in the same pubs. We know, I mean, I totally 100%. I love your comments and I love your passion and I love how you stand so strong and pure. And I've got nothing but respect for you. But, you know, there's no difference between Nigel and Reform and Labour and the Conservatives. There's no two ways. There's nothing different there. There's nothing that jumps out at me and goes, oh, but there's going to be change. This is what we've been needing. You know, these are the same establishment people. These are millionaires, all of them millionaires. And when you're a millionaire, you've got so much to lose. We need men in there that don't have anything to lose. We need men in there that can't be blackmailed, poked, prodded, or prompted. You know, we need men in there who are just genuine human souls who care about people. And they're not narcissists. They don't talk about themselves. It's all about the people. When's the last time we've had a leader where it's all about the people? Our leaders, it's all about the people in everybody else's country. And we don't get a mention. We do not. The only time they mention us is when they're taking stuff from us. You know, why would you think one establishment party like Conservatives have failed us, to another establishment party like Labour that have failed us? What makes Reform a different establishment party? We're all in agreement that they're definitely the same. They're just the establishment. You see how they behave in the Parliament. You know, they shouldn't be sitting nodding and agreeing with anything. These two, Labour and Conservative, have totally destroyed this country. And any politician coming after that should be absolutely disgusted with everything, and they should be standing up and saying that every single time the British people are disgusted with you, and we are demanding another election. They should keep clodding and clodding away every time. You are irrelevant. You do not represent the people. Why aren't they saying stuff like that? 80% of the people never voted for you. That's even worse now. You know, we don't have the voices that Nigel and all the rest of them have. We're not in Parliament. We don't have no chance of saying these things, but they have, and they don't. You got to ask yourself why. So extreme. We've never been in such an extreme situation ever in our lives in Great Britain. Nothing has ever been this bad, ever. Even after the war, everybody got together and it was a community and there was no downheart. You know, we missed the people that are fallen that never came back. And, you know, lots of mothers lost their sons and wives lost their husbands, but we came together as a community and we built the country from the ground up. When have we ever been so despaired? When have we ever been so skinned? When have we ever given so much money away to other people, to mosques? £111 million to mosques. To protect them from what? I don't see mosques getting attacked. I don't even see Muslims getting attacked. Surely it would be easier to attack a Muslim than a mosque. That doesn't make any sense at all. Nothing makes any sense. They go out to the Muslim Brotherhood and all these Muslim organizations and they cover their arms and put the heads on and they pander to them and they bend over backwards to them. As soon as they click their fingers, our politicians are running out to get photo opportunities beside them. Our policemen sit with them all around and our policemen start with Salam Alaikum. Our British police force, commanders, top tier, in different establishments around Great Britain, have come on the TV with Muslim men behind them and started it off with Salam Alaikum. I've never seen our police officers behave any way like this towards any other part of our community, ever. I've never seen them come to any of us, the patriots, and sit down and talk to us and find out what's truly going on. You understand? We're the majority. We're the ones, we've been here all our lives. Our mothers, our fathers, our grannies, our granddads have been here all their lives. Our mothers, our grannies, our granny and granddads have all blood and bled and give everything for this country. They built it from the ground up. But yet, we don't get no recognition from that at all. Our grannies and our granddads have built it from the ground up, not for us, but for these men that our government are letting into the country illegally. Undocumented men with no ID, who we have no clue who they are. 40,000 men on the watch list. They're trying to watch terrorists running about willy-nilly. And that was 5 years ago. So, it's not like this is all like stuff that it's just normal stuff that's happening in Britain. But yet we don't seem to be getting that representation from us in Parliament. And that's the problem. They're saying just enough. And they're coming out and they're doing a wee TikToks and a wee Facebook posts where they're saying just enough. And everybody's sharing it and going, Reform, you're the best. But it's not enough. It's not enough. I can see it's not enough. I can see where they're going, why they're doing it, and where we're going, and what the plan is. I can see the bigger plan. The establishment don't care, Flavour. They don't care. As long as there's somebody in there that they control, they don't care who's in there. And this is why Nigel Farage is on GB News with his own segment every week. Okay. Good user talking. Oh, James, good to see you, mate. If we do, who else shall we vote for? But we don't need to vote for anybody. There's no elections right now, guys. You do your local elections and you get anybody that's on the right? That's all you're doing right now. You're just trying to get Labour out of seats. But we don't need to worry right now because we're not going to get a proper election for 4 years. But we need to be aware of what's going on. We need to make sure we get the false information and the misinformation and the truth all separated and we go forward knowing exactly what's going on. We need to ask the right questions. We don't ask the right questions and then let them give us, again, half-assed answers. There's too much at stake. There's far too much at stake. And I'm not saying that Reform aren't the ones for us, the best chance we have is Reform, but we need to make sure when we get if we're all going to go with Reform, we need to know what we're getting into. And we need to get them questions out there now. We need to know now, I don't want to wait until Tommy Robinson decides to start a political party alongside Ben Habib. I don't want to wait for the end for Nigel to start talking about immigration and talk about what he's going to do, and start bullshitting his left, right and centre because there's a massive threat coming his way. Because he's already tried to tell us that Tommy Robinson was a woman beater, was in prison for women. He's a woman beater. He's a horrible man. You know what I mean? I'm surprised he never said he was a pedo in the grass. You know what I mean? Because it's classic labels that you throw at me and that you want to blacken their names. Just like I tell you in jail. That's what happens in jail. It's what happens in the street. If you want to blacken somebody's name, fucking Bobby as a grass, that's what happens. And yeah, we've got to give everybody an equal chance, 110%. And that's all I'm doing is give them all a chance. I'd love Nigel Farage to come on here. Nigel Farage would never come on. Nigel Farage would never allow anybody like me or anybody like me to question him. You see, everybody that asks Nigel for questions goes through about 2-3 different people who go through the questions that you're allowed to ask and what you're not allowed to ask. That's not the politician we need. I want a politician that's just open, honest, and totally 100% with us, and is quite happy to go on any podcast with anybody. Not just picking certain people and making sure that they only ask certain questions and never ask about Tommy Robinson. Boiled my piss. Who was that? Sue. Fucking hell, man. Did anyone see the nursery in Wales that had the kids? Oh, please, no, I don't want to see it. Oh, she's be lucky still asleep. She'll be coming round soon. Oh, Sue mentioned it further up. Yeah, hopefully the parents do go off their heads. Well, what would they do if the Muslim kids were given crosses to put round their neck? Here, kids, we're doing a wee Christianity thing. You all need to have crosses. And they go home to their Muslim parents and they say, oh, we were wearing crosses around our neck today in school. What do you think would happen with that? Because it's the same sort of thing. It's a religious religious symbol. The hijab is the burqa or whatever it is. I don't know what it's fucking called, but it's to do with religion. You know, just like the cross. You know, just like the nuns were the thingy. It's, you know. And the other MP on the bench prosecuted for beating his ex-girlfriend, wife of Farage, goes on about Tommy. Exactly, Vanda. Exactly. We've got facts. We've got facts. You know, and like, it is difficult because we do have friends who are throwing everything into reform. And it's not nice for them to listen to us talking like this. It really isn't. You know, I'm telling you now, it isn't nice. If you're sitting there and you believe in Nigel Farage and you trust in reform, and you're hearing all this negative stuff, it will be difficult. It will be so fucking difficult. Because one, you know, you want to believe in what you believe, and you want to believe in what you see. And we're all so scared and worried. You know, when we get a glimmer of hope, and we wrap our arms around that glimmer of hope, you know, and it's a big light. And as we're holding on to that light and we're looking around us and hear what everybody else is saying about this glimmer of hope, this light that you've got, the light starts to dull in your arms, and all that effort you've put in for this bright light, to find it dimming. And that's a wee bit what it must be like for some people, and it must be hard to bear. And I apologise to be the bearer of such bad news and to have this opinion. And it is only an opinion, and I could be wrong. You know, it's entertainment and educational purposes only, right? I could still be wrong, guys. I'm just going to have a smoke, and it's just a roll up. I don't like, I know I tell you this because I do worry that you think I'm always smoking cannabis. I'm not. I don't touch it during the day. I couldn't operate like that. You know, it's whenever, like, so there's only 2 times I'll use it, and it's if I go too high or I go too low. You know what I mean? And, you know, that's it. It's not something I enjoy taking. It's not something I like doing, like some people. But it does help me. It does help me. It helps me relax. It helps everything when everything's going a wee bit nuts. It just calms it all down. It's like a brain fog. It's like an organized brain fog. Sometimes you get brain fog and you don't like it. Well, that's what it does. If I was to smoke cannabis during the day, it would be like brain fog for me. I wouldn't be able to do my videos or nothing. You know what I mean? You see me at night time sometimes. I maybe do a late one. You can see my eyes. You can, you know, that's me. That'll be me, like trying to relax, trying to shut my brain down. I've a problem shutting. My brain has a problem shutting down sometimes. I've always been like that. It's always something going on. Like, I find it hard to meditate. I find it hard to shut down completely, and a lot of people are like that, you know what I mean? And I compensate by moving and talking, and like Sparky, that's like, I've always been like this. I've always been 100 miles an hour. I've always, like, in the jail, in one cell, in our cell, different camps, and jumping about at the gym, doing the weights, playing badminton, back down this afternoon for soft tennis. I've always been like that. It's like something that's in me. And the only way, if I didn't do something and do, like, if I didn't keep myself going, then I don't know, I feel as if I would just explode. I just feel as if, like, my head just becomes really, like, numb, and I can't explain it, guys. I really can't. I've never really tried to explain it to anybody. Nobody's ever asked me about it, and I've never spoke about it before. You know what I mean? Really, this is me just talking about me, how I am, and I've got no clue. Maybe you know more about it, or or like that. But I'm quite sure you have picked up on it on my videos and the way I behave and the amount of walking I do and stuff. Like the walking, so see the walking, I enjoy the walking more than this. I'd rather walk and talk with a video, you know, than do this, because I can't sit still. I've got a problem sitting still, you know what I mean? So with the walking, you just don't notice it, you know what I mean? You just don't, I'll just look normal, you know what I mean? But I have a problem, like a pace, like all my life, people tell me to fucking sit down, you know? Like, even when I'm around at mother-in-law's, like, I can't just sit down. If I sit down, I can't sit down for any longer than 5 minutes, and I'm up again. And I don't know why it is, and it's probably why I'm so thin, and I struggle to put weight on. I don't know, you know what I mean? Maybe there's a tablet out there. I'll just fucking, but I wouldn't want it. I'm happy. I'm really, really happy. I wouldn't want to be any other way. I really wouldn't. You know, I really wouldn't. When like this, the way I am, the sparky bit it's part of my life. I wouldn't. It doesn't annoy me. You know, it's difficult in prison. But I make up for it when the door gets opened. I'm like, sort of, I'm like at it, waiting for the school to open the door, to stand at the door. Lord, hurry up. Sort of God, that's all I was like. Yeah, I wasn't great behind my door, so it wasn't, you know, but most of my mates know that, so they do, yeah. Giovanni. Right, Giovanni. Calm down. Calm down. Right, take a deep breath. And relax. Everybody relax, okay? Relax. I'm fucking reading it again, like, you know, I'm sorry. Make it brief for me, Sparky. I would if I could, mate. You know that. Freedom Dad, they would run rat in every town and city. All hell would be let loose. They'd be burning crosses everywhere. I know. If they done that, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I use it to get high. Eddie the King is an embarrassment. I know. What the fuck is he actually doing to help us? I don't know. I'm not gonna, I don't even talk about the King. I don't even want to address him as the King. I don't want to speak about that man on my platform. Simple as that. That's how much respect I have for that man. And I was a royalist. There was nobody bigger than me, a bigger royal family fan than me, please believe me. And I am, Freedom Dad is officially, this is official, you can take this to the bank. Freedom Dad is officially washing his hands of all the royal family. I've had it up to here between Prince Andrew, Prince William keeping quiet, Harry fucking about with Meghan and getting on the way he's getting on over there and leaving Britain, and Charles doing that to Diana and then marrying Camilla and then making her queen. Nah. That's it. He's nothing to do with us. I don't know who he is. He's just a celebrity. He's just a man with loads of money and he does not deserve to have the crown. They do not deserve to have that. They do not deserve to be royal family. They are not acting like royal family members. They do not represent the people of this country any longer. And that's the last I'm ever going to speak about any of them. Okay, let's move on. I know, James. I know. That's why I never said your name. Yeah, it should be legalized. Oh, it definitely should be legalized, 100%. Giovanni, where do you stay, Giovanni? Send you a drone. We'll get a drone set up, man. Just give us your IP address. Sweet enough. Vanda the King doesn't care about his people anymore. If his mother was here, it would be a different matter. You better believe it. Have you got a bike, Freedom Dad? No, but I can get a bike. A bike. I'm not into motorbikes. Won't go on a motorbike. I've been on motorbikes. I've used to fly about Thailand on the motorbike, but no. On holiday, yeah. No, not on British roads. I've got a car. My baby's granny's got a car. Kitty's mum's got a car. My mates have got cars and vans and stuff like that. Yeah, fuck's sake, man, I wouldn't take it. I can't take stuff like that. Like cocaine, like sniffing cocaine like normal, and that doesn't do anything. It has the opposite effect. So, never been keen on speed, like never really done. Never. It's just the paranoia bit and all that. It just makes me a wee bit weird and like suicidal, depressed, really badly depressed, like really horrible, fucking different level. And I've only ever experienced that on the come down of speed. And like, that was a long time ago, and I promised my body and my brain and wee brother I would never ever do that to yous again. I promise. And that's it. Won't go near it. Wouldn't touch it. I think it's disgusting. I think it's one of the worst drugs there is, like, to be honest with you. Amphetamines. Fuck's sake, man. Giovanni's. James' brother sent some Christmas and postman nicked it. Resealed envelope. Fuck's sake. Oh, is it not the same postman? My postman's the same. Oh, I'd be waiting for him, like. Oh, he would know. He would know. Yeah, no, we back bunker, she'll never be queen. So I'm glad you're all on the same page as well. Right, so what we do, because John, we don't know who's watching. Right, I trust every single one of you that are on here, right? But we don't know exactly who the 29 people are, okay? We cannot, my advice is never put anything personal up, guys. That's my advice to use. If you're wanting to get in contact with anybody, go through me and I'll give you the numbers that you need. As long as John Capone says it's okay, I'll give you his number. Not a problem. You know what I mean? Rather than putting it up on the screen, you know, just to be on the safe side. Just wouldn't want your number being used for anything else, you know, just, I don't know. It's very dodgy. We're in very dodgy times right now. I'm still haven't had my smoke. I'll still kill these later. Oh, I did. What did I do that? I'll get later for the cooker. Yeah, so my TikTok videos doing really well, by the way. So just keeping a wee eye on it. So I am. Just see. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to see what you're saying. This is no good. Right, me too. No offense. You will never be queen. I'll send you a number. If you, yeah. Please. What a piece of work. The postman doing that. Yeah, so Giovanni, you must have other social medias. You must have Facebook, and you must have you got X yet? I'd like to think you've all got X. And if you have, where are you? Where are you? You're meant to be getting in contact with me so I can follow you back. And that way we can pass whatever you want through me. Anything. Any information, any phone numbers, anything. A wee sandwich, a wee bit of homemade soup. You can do it all between yourselves. I'll give you all each other's numbers, and this is what it's all about, you know. So, yeah, just try and keep it safe, guys. Try and do it safe. I have to be responsible as the content creator and the steer of the ship. I do need to say, guys, be careful what you're doing. I know that you love each other and trust each other, but we really don't know who is coming in and out of this live and who will be watching the live once I put it up. I need to tell you this as well. So, and the reason why I'm doing it is just to take the backlog off my videos. So when the live is up, I'm going to leave it for 3 days and then I'm going to make it private. Okay. I don't know what I'll do with it after that. You know, maybe one day throw it out somewhere else. I don't know if I ever will do anything like that. But I think the lives are different. So I don't think any of you would disagree with it or have any problem with that. I'm just giving you the head up. If there's a live out, after 3 to 4 days, I will be making it private. So you won't be able to see it again. But I will do a membership somewhere down the line, a wee cheap membership or a wee freebie membership for you guys. So you can maybe have access to the private bit. You know what I mean? There's nothing in there, guys. There's nothing in there that you haven't seen. I promise you. There's one in there, a video I took down because I was talking about a fallen soldier, one of our boys that's gone, and his loved one asked me not to. So she asked me just not to mention him. She didn't want me mentioning him, which is fair enough. Totally get that. And so I went a wee bit further and just took the video down out of respect, you know. Because it was going viral. It was thousands and thousands and thousands of views, guys. And that's the only one that's in my private collection that you probably You probably didn't even notice, probably, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's her. And there's one there of me, my mother-in-law handing me the baby at the hospital. And I've put it private because at the time, I don't think my mother-in-law wanted me to put it up on the internet. And I was just making sure I don't do anything against anybody's wishes, guys. That's all, you know. I'll address it in the future, and if she changes her mind, it's up to her, you know. So, yeah, that's what that's about. Talking too much again. I live in BKK. What's BKK? I live in BKK. Kings? No. BKK. I don't know where that is. Yeah, Lucy, it will do. Yeah, 100%. James, the government are definitely watching our channel. 110%. You'd be foolish to think that they were ignoring our channel. James. Honestly, man, these are funny. Like, cause like, I swear to God, man, fucking. Right, so I'm talking to this guy in X, right, Mr. Mojo. All right. So like, again, I've been talking to him for ages, man. Like getting on really well and all that. He's fucking brilliant, you know what I mean? Brilliant. And not think much else of it. Just think a guy from Mojo, one a patriot in X, and he just mustn't have YouTube or something. Fucking turns out it's James. Fuck's sake. It's not a good friend, you know what I mean? So yeah. I know he doesn't mind us telling you that. I'm following X, I think, Freedom Dad. Okay, it will be me. It will be me, unless somebody's put up a fucking thing. Yeah, I don't imagine they will, like. Yeah, they like spying on us. Thailand. Whereabouts in Thailand? DKK. We go to Tate, so we like Tate. Good, Willow Ferry. Good afternoon, Cag. I was born in Gritfield in East Hull, so he's 11 years old, close to each other, eh? Small world, eh, guys? You live in Hull? Wow, there's a few of us here. I done a Hull. I spoke at Hull. I spoke at the Hull protest. I quite enjoyed that, so I did. I quite enjoyed that. Good afternoon, John Davison. Welcome aboard. Yeah. Good. Glad everybody's here. I'm going to stick the kettle on again because I drunk half my coffee. Have a wee chat amongst yourselves. I'm just going to do this so it's on. So it's on that. Hopefully it'll come up. When he's putting our comment up, it should come up now. See me messing about with it. Yeah, there we go. So the comments are just coming up now. I can see them. I'm just going to put the kettle on. Yeah, so I have to say, guys, I'm starting to eat a bit better. I'm actually starting, like the doctor said to me, I had to eat smaller portions more. So I'm able to do that a wee bit, you know what I mean? And like I say yesterday, I have to say, look, thanks so much, guys. You know what I mean? Like, so the money in Buy Me a Coffee, like this is like, I got £48 out and it took 5 days to clear and I got it yesterday, right? And I got paid. And obviously I'm paying Lee back and I make sure Katie's got money for the baby and everything. And if Katie helps me out, I always make sure I put money back. So money's gone within a few days, you know what I mean? But normally I've got food and I'm okay, you know what I mean? And but this week, because of the cooker and the fridge and paying Lee back and a couple of other wee things, I was struggling, and the money from the Buy Me a Coffee dropped, and like, guys, honestly, such a big help, such a fucking big help, man. And I just want to say thank you all so much. You know, you are amazing, and you know, it's enough. I've got enough. I'm doing really well, and I'm starting to put a wee bit I can see the weight coming back in my face. Starting to get a wee bit heavier. So once I get back to the gym, that'll be me. You know what I mean? I'm not touching it. My daughter lives in Nath, and my youngest son lives in Goole. They're even closer to you. I've got it's in my bio, mate. You just go into my bio, in the description in my bio, you know. Every now and again I'll maybe put it up, you know, the wee icon where you just put your phone over it, or you just go to the link, you know, and one coffee is enough, guys, really, like, yeah, I just seen something pop up there, James. Yeah, I do. Yeah, do you know Ian Stungun's channel? Yeah, I do. I watch him, so I do. I'm waiting to pop up on it, so I am. I hope he doesn't, you know what I mean? Because I'm no like that. I'm not like them other guys that he has on, you know what I mean? But he does focus on fucking criminals and ex-prisoners, you know what I mean? I'm always like, every week I'm looking to see if he's going to take the piss out of me, you know, but it is what it is, you know? It is what it is, guys. But yeah, I do. I do watch him, so I do. I don't bring him to the channel because it's not really relevant for us, you know what I mean? I don't want to give you too much, you know what I mean? And, you know, yeah, it's more about gangsters and criminals, and, you know, it's pretty bad. Like, you know, there's a couple of fucking channels that are pretty bad on the internet, guys, you know? And it worries me. It really does. It worries me, like, because, like, these are ex-criminals, man, and, like, ex-prisoners, and they're getting on like headers. They're getting on like headers, like, and what's going to happen is they're going to end up banning people with criminal records on social media, you know, and a lot of people like me will be affected. They will, you know. They need to wind their necks in. They really do. Like, it's fucking, it is ridiculous. Like, you know, it is borderline mental health problems, you know. Right, see, I've touched it, I think. I need to stop touching it. Right, they're telling them they've got white privilege from the minute they enter school. Give me 2 seconds. Once I sit back down, any comments come up. I'm not going to touch it. If you have sent a comment, I've missed it, you want to put it back up. Any questions or anything I've missed, don't fall out with me. Just put it back up again. Simple as that. Oh, okay. Hopefully the comments should just roll now. Can't see no comments at all. It's not good. Right, let's try this again. Top chat. You don't smoke the green, you can't make the scene. Don't worry about any comments. I'm talking shit. You're not, mate. None of us do. We have a laugh, and we do have a laugh. You know what I mean? See, it's fucking all coming up again. Right. Susan, I lived on. You know, let me try this again. So we'll go to, that was top chat. We'll try live chat. See what happens now. So yeah, no squeaky chair, guys, eh? Oh, it was annoying me as well. Like, it really was. We get closer. Oh. Right, still no chat. Unless you just haven't dropped the chat. Why is this happening? No. Right, Willow Ferry. John, I'm doing a presentation tomorrow. I got a special hat. Tinfoil hat. It's certainly a bit on the rough side. Indeed. Although nice where Mum lives. Do you two want to get a room? I know, I mean, guys. So I hope you're all good. I'm just waiting for Lucky. So I am. Yeah, Giovanni, so yeah, we need to find out where you are, and you need to get an X account so we can get a private chat sorted out and help you out, whatever you need. I'm quite sure there's a lot of things that we can do to help each other as well. And like I say, guys, if you are going through medical stuff, like I'm not a doctor, do not take anything I say as advice from a doctor. If there's anything wrong, you go and see a doctor. But if you are suffering from any sort of pain, no problem, Eddie. My favorite YouTube channels are, I'm stuck between Paz and British Loader at the minute, and then it's between Paul Thorpe and Dino Bane, you know. It's a green hat. Oh, like Robin Hood. She said she was sort for me though. Freedom. I'll see, I'll come back up again. So Sue said she was sort for me. So happy days. Good. Yeah, because cannabis is legal in Great Britain, you know, and I know a lot of people are shocked by that, but it is, you know. But you need to have a medical condition. You need to be getting painkillers from the doctor. Simple as that. That's all. That's it. If you've got an undergoing condition where you're suffering from any pain at all, there is an opportunity for you to get legal cannabis in Great Britain. Okay. The pause, but I've gone off PT recently. Yeah, I've noticed a couple of people saying that, but you know, I'm not going to get involved. I don't really want to. You're making me tired, Eddie. Man, man, all this work. Oh, good. Well done, Sue. Yeah. Can't remember what I was saying there. I'll just let you. I'll just go with what you are saying. Assistant dying bill. I've seen somebody say about that. It's not something that's at the top of my list right now, buddy. You know, it's just not in my head. It's not something that I'm looking into or hanging in, but I could look into it. I could look into it a wee bit more. Well, if Freud doesn't like weed, fair play to you. Having to be careful with legalities or they will swipe me. Yeah, no, those ceilings are hard, so they are. You know, they are like, and even like when you use a roller, you've still got to cut in. You've still got to go up and cut in, do around the lights and all that, and the fire detectors and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, it is hard work, ceilings, especially with the neck, looking up all the time. Ah, it's a good cup of coffee. No, you're not missing anything, buddy. No, you're not missing anything. We're just having a wee chat. Just don't, and the other thing as well, I did mention about, like, I think we're all in agreement that Russia isn't the threat that Stormer's trying to make out. Hey, we're all agree with that. Like, yeah, you all know that. Yeah, the stores are getting there. I need to get more brushes, so I do. And I'm going to get brushes this week. And some sheets as well. I need to get some more sheets down. And I need to get a new element for the paint stripper. The walls thingy, wallpaper stripper. But yeah, there's been a wee bit, just all our stuff going on. You know what I mean? Nothing's ever straightforward, guys. It's shocking, Freedom Dad. They're expanding the criteria daily. Is this for the assistant? And my younger brother has schizophrenia. He's agreeing to cope with it, and it seems to help, ironically, given the psychos thing. Yeah, well, it's not, because there's all different stuff out there, guys. You know, it's not just cannabis. There's a lot more to cannabis than people realize. There's like a daytime cannabis, and there's a nighttime cannabis, and there's different cannabises. You know, like whenever people try illegal cannabis in the street and they get that cannabis and it makes them paranoid, and they go, "Oh fuck that! That's just a certain type of cannabis that they tried. Whoever's grew it, have grew a certain type, a skunk. Normally it's a skunk type, you know what I mean? Reform have just done a conference in Hull. It's on YouTube if you're interested in what they are saying. Yeah, no, we are all interested in what they're saying, and I will be looking. I do watch them all. I really do. Like, I'm on late duties. Doing a bit for me. Daughter, second grandchild is due. Oh, brilliant, James. Good man. Live chat. Just going to make a wee roll, but I don't know if I've got skins left. This is my box. It says Sparkies. Sparkies. So, and it's not for me. There was like, I went to the market in Falkirk, and this guy was selling loads of these boxes, all different sizes, and on the front of them said Sparkies. And I thought, I have to. I have to. It's fucking named after me. I could have not, you know, so that's my wee box, so it is. But yeah, what I was talking about was I've seen it also, see Luke Campbell going for mayor. Excuse me. Oh, good, James. We want to know, you know what I mean, and let us know whenever it's all happening so we can all say a wee prayer for you, mate, please. That's important. I need to go back here. 2 seconds. AMH. I work with addicts, and Spice have made a comeback. Horrible drug. It's laced with, yeah. Do you know? Here's one for you. I don't know what your real name is, AMH. You know, if you want to tell us your real name rather than, because it's, you know, it's up to you, but, you know, because most people do tell us their real names. This is going to blow you away. They found 2.5 kilos, 2.5 kilos of spice in one of the jails in England. 2.5 kilos. What do you think of that? You know the significance of that, AMH. I mean, I've never taken spice. Like I say, I've tried everything because I'm one of them guys that just, you know, I can't talk about stuff unless you've tried it. I can't give anybody advice about anything unless I've been there. You know, I understand, you know what I mean? So, but spice is something I wouldn't go near. Just, you see the way the guys are. Like, I've never seen it in jail or anything like that. It was never there, thank God, you know what I mean? But, yeah. No problem, James. I speak for everybody, like, with that one. Anne-Marie, of course. Anne-Marie, of course. Anne-Marie, because I've got Assie is Alison. Of course, Anne-Marie, it was, yeah, sorry, Anne-Marie. Because that's why I asked, because I knew somebody, and was trying to remember, and I kept thinking about Assie, because it was like, because I thought, I was really struggling to remember Assie, Alison, and then, wait, so Anne-Marie, I'll not forget that ever again, I promise you. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it is a horrible drug for withdrawal. I have no clue. The stuff was crazy, man. It is crazy. Like, it is, you know what I mean? I haven't seen drug addiction like it, anything like it in my life. The stuff that we're seeing in America, the zombies, like they're just standing in the street and they're just bent over and they're just standing up, but their heads are touching their shins. It does look crazy, John Capone, man. It's mental, mate. It's horrible, William Stewart. Zombies, yeah, it's horrible. Like, you've got to ask yourself, why would a man want to do that to themselves? I understand cannabis, and I understand heroin, and I understand cocaine. I get it. I see the attraction, you know, even with crack, even that's fucking, I don't really understand it really, but I do get it. I don't get spice at all. It's a zombie drug, yeah, Marie. Zombies was legal at first. I don't know. Spice are we talking about, or just zombies? Zombies, bloody spell check. Spice is cheap. Yeah, I've no clue. I've never seen it. Well, tell a lie. I've seen it on TV, I think, and it's like, it looks a wee bit like cannabis, does it? Is it like a tobacco? I know they smoke it, but I don't think it's a powder or anything like that, So it's not something I know anything about, guys. I see it all the time in Hull City Centre. Yeah, it's plaguing their cities, and it's it's very sad that there's so many, and it's basically, guys, it is all down to the nick of the country. It's down to the fact that we don't have the money, we don't have the resources. What's going on at the minute is people like me, people like the Streets. I don't know if you see the Streets as a Glasgow guy. He helps drug addicts out and gets them clothes and stuff like that, And there's other guys popping up. I've got another friend that's doing stuff down in Liverpool, going about feeding the homeless and helping the homeless and helping people with mental health. And I use it, but I was screwing up. Never tried it, and I don't want to be honest. Fucking right, you don't. I used to use it, but it was screwing up my short-term memory, so I gave it up. Mind you, I did try those Cambodian pizzas once or twice. Cambodian pizzas once or twice. You're talking about cannabis, not spice, aren't you, mate? Had that legal coke cat or something. Was mental. Never had that now. Used to be £2 a bag from the local shop, but it's got reclassified, so only £10 a bag and illegal. Fucking hell. I never knew that. I never thought there would be a day I would see zombies. What's next? Yeah, you see that lot on Billy Moore walkabouts. Yeah, you do, John. Yeah, and that's what I mean. This is the only reason we're finding these out. And this citizen journalists, it's citizen journalists that's bringing us all the information of what's going on in the streets of Britain. It's citizen journalists that are helping our homeless out. It's citizen journalists that are helping mental health people out. There's no help from anywhere else. We have got to help each other. We have got to help our veterans. We have got to help people with PTSD. Even just reaching out to people and talking to people and giving people 10 minutes of your time. We need to start focusing on the vulnerable people because there's nobody there for them. There's no money. There is not enough rehab because there's not enough money. Amory, you're right. It's too much money. It costs a fortune. It really does. And the lists, fucking hell as well. I missed another appointment, so I did on Friday, guys. I'm absolutely gutted. But it was when the gas was out and I was waiting for the gas man. The gas guy was in, I thought it was an appointment with somebody else and I sent them a make it. And turned out it was an appointment from a psychiatrist. Yeah, exactly. Aye, David, that makes sense. There's only one road you're going down with that stuff. Yeah, William. Yeah, they are. Billy's a great guy, and that guy from the Streets, he's a good guy as well. They're really trying their best. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, they're making content, they're making money. You know what I mean? As well, they are. Let's be honest. But at least they're making money in a way where they're helping folk, and they are spending the money they're making on other folk. You know what I mean? I can see that. That's what I would do. You know what I mean? It's like you couldn't be involved with mental health, drug addiction, and vulnerable people and make money and live quite comfortably off the content that you were bringing, Our bloody government are trying to stop us patriots from feeding our homeless, bringing laws that you need a license to feed our homeless. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that from one of my mates. They're having problems as well. Yeah, it's nuts, eh? Right, I'm going to make a wee roll up, guys. Let's take us some thingy. There we go. Just let me know if there's any interference with the mic or anything. Just let me know, guys. Oh yeah, I've got skin left, one left. Yeah, so like I was saying with the Buy Me a Coffee, guys, and I'm not going on about it. Like I say, guys, I don't fucking promote it or nothing, you know what I mean? But it did help. The first initial 300 quid went straight to Katie, and there was a wee bit over it that you have said, this is for you, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. Like, it was good saying, Katie, listen, this is money from buying me a coffee from you guys. And what do you need? It was nice for me to say, do you need any baby wipes and anything extra? Because I've already, like, I pay my way. I don't pay my way as much as I would like, but I do my best. And it was nice to be able to go, this money's here, what do you need? And making dinner last night, going out and buying dinner, making dinner for her last night. And then again, went to the shop. I bought her mum a wee box of chocolates from you guys as well, you know. So, I want you to know exactly what's going on, you know what I mean? Because there's an awful lot of YouTubers getting an awful lot of money and nobody has a clue where the money's going to. And I just think, if you've got a YouTube channel and your guys are helping you out like that, fucking yeah, man, you should fucking be speaking a bit more about it, you know what I mean? Yeah. I think some men are businessmen, guys, you know. I think in Hull they're passing a law to jail homeless beggars. I bet the law doesn't count. Yeah. You're right, mate. You're right. I missed that, Anne-Marie. Freedom Dad, where is the link to buy me a coffee? It's in my bio. It's in the beginning. When you go onto my Facebook, on my YouTube channel, you'll see it. It's so whenever you see my thingy, you just click underneath more. It says more. Just click on that, and it tells you what my channel's about. And then underneath it, there should be a link to that, and it might be a link to X maybe as well. I'm not sure. But yeah, I do. If I do a decent video, I might stick it up every now and again. But I just can't be arsed with it. Like I say, if I'm struggling, I'll say these, you know. But the thing about it is, it takes 5 days for it to come out. It's not like you can just help me out. So it does make a difference. It's okay me sitting here going, I'm struggling, but 5 days time I could get paid. You know what I mean? So it doesn't work like you can, I'm fucking sitting with no fags, or I'm sitting with no food, and you can go, here, there's buy me a coffee, go and get yourself a chippy. It doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? So waking her up. Baby's getting woke up. Mikey Yo-Yo. How you doing, mate? Welcome aboard. Yeah, she went to Stockport, pissed hotel, and he got nicked. Look, guys, you do not, honestly, please. It's there for people coming on the channel to see a video and just want to thank me. That's it, you know. Honestly, guys, if I need help, I'll fucking tell you. If I'm struggling, I'll tell you. I'm good. I'm okay. We're okay, you know, so. Please believe me, if I am ever in trouble or need help or have any problems anywhere where I'm having any difficulties, I will say these, you know, I'll change it up, I'll do something, and, you know. Three years, I know. That's fucking bad, like, you know what I mean? But does anything surprise us anymore? Let's be honest. Nothing surprises me anymore. When you put men in prison for fucking Facebook posts, and you're sending police officers out to wee women's houses because they asked that all these Labour men are involved in attacking people and hitting women and all the rest of it, and the sex offences should resign. What's the problem with that? They send in WhatsApp messages hoping old people die. And this woman said, I think they should resign, all of them. And the police were sent to her door. That's all she did. That's all she did, was put a Facebook post up saying that these people should resign. I do worse than that. I say worse things about Labour than that. So do yous on here. Yes, Shell, the begging gangs, that's another thing. Romanians, yeah, I've seen them. Begging, making a fortune, making an absolute fortune. So I've seen this for years, believe it or not. I've seen it in Edinburgh. I used to work in Edinburgh. That's my mate has a courier business, and I used to drive one of the vans, and we used to pick up kitchens and houdings in Edinburgh and deliver them around Edinburgh. And these guys would come in a big Mercedes and drop the beggars off. And the beggars would all go off, all the women would all go off to their different spots. And then at the end of the day, they all get picked up. And they make thousands of pounds. Should try it one day, guys. Fucking stick on a couple of old clothes just for a laugh. Go to some town where you know nobody knows you. Grow a beard. Wear some dirty old clothes and sit down with a wee bit of paper and see how much money you get. And that'll give you an idea. That'll give you an idea how much money's in begging. You know? I could go and get a good spot and sit there all day with a wee tulip and probably make 100 to 200 quid all day, sitting in one spot, in a good spot, a right spot. And then you got the weekends with the pubs and the clubs. Imagine me and Tulip sitting there, me with a beard, the big grey beard and the wee ripped clothes, and me Tulip sitting shivering, because that's what she does. You know, she knows how to put it on, our Tulip. Jeez, oh man. It's there for anybody to do. Anybody can do it. Strange how we don't have begging gangs in it. You not think it's strange that here's a way of making easy money, sitting on your ass all day, but yet we've never had that problem. Very strange that, isn't it? Look through that. They housed everyone that booted them all out. Once it was done in giving hotels to foreigners, come and give it to our vets and homeless. Our vets have fought for our country. That's a very good point, William. It is a bit strange, isn't it, the way they emptied all the hotels because of COVID. And now they filled them. Very, very strange. Good point, very good point. Mickey, Freedom Dan, I watched your video about the Ukraine, etc. I agree with you, mate, but people either aren't aware or they simply afraid to say anything. Unlike you, my mother would have loved you, mate. Thanks, thank you so much. Yeah, well, I'm just going to address that. Simply afraid to say anything, or they're unaware. They're unaware, totally unaware. They totally rely on the government, and they rely on what the papers and everything say, you know. And I've noticed, and one of the biggest, you need to know this, like, I'm actually shocked at the length of the propaganda that I've seen coming from the Sun online. It's like the furthest out propaganda, misinformation I've ever seen from any of our media sources. Because I'm so involved with Ukraine and Russia and watch everything about it and know exactly what the damage is getting done in each side, how many each soldiers are losing. I know how much military hardware. I know that every time NATO, Britain, America, or any other country take stuff in there, the Russians are just taking it out. I know that they're bringing stuff in trains, tanks in on trains, and the Russians aren't even letting them take them off the trains. You got to understand, this is Russia. Ukraine belonged to Russia. This is their backyard. How do you honestly think it's going to turn out? The amount of drones and eyes in the sky that they got, they know everything that's going on. You know, the Ukrainians are coming into this place, setting up. Wait, there's another one. 2 days ago, Ukrainians brought in a load of these Pathfinders or whatever they're called. They're like big model airplanes, and they carry a payload, right? And there was about 30 of them. They're about, I don't know, I'd say about 7 feet. The span of the wings, they get put together, and they're basically drones, and they shoot them off with catapult, and they go up into the air, and they can go really high, they can go really far, and they're really, really good. And the Ukrainians brought shitloads of them in. There was about 20, maybe 30 of them, and it was all getting done, and they were pulling the nets over. They weren't there half an hour. One of the biggest rockets I've ever seen, wiped every single one of them out. I mean, this bomb neutralized anything within maybe 2 miles square radius. I'm not kidding you on. There wouldn't have been a piece left of anybody. And all I seen was all the, you know, and I'm seeing loads of stuff like that, loads and loads and loads. And I'm not seeing it from the other side. Yes, I am seeing some stuff. There is some stuff. But the comparison, it's off the scale. The damage that Russia is doing to NATO forces, they've got There's a bit in Russia, and outside the Kremlin, where what they're doing is they're not just blowing these things, the British and the American stuff up, the Challengers and all that. They're not just blowing them up. They're going and they're taking them, they're hooking them up, and they're dragging them back into Russia, and they're putting them on display for the Russian people to see. So at the minute, in the middle of Moscow, all our best equipment, British and American best equipment, is all lined up for everybody to see. And I mean, some of the most technology, the best technology that we have is now in Russian hands. Seriously, they've got everything. Every single thing that we've sent over, they've got it in Russia, sitting, showing it off. It's embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Google it, research it. Put in, what do Russians do with the tanks and the jeeps and everything that they capture? Hello, Matthew. Welcome aboard, mate. Big Romanian begging and pickpocketing gangs operating in Dublin City now. Big money involved. Big money involved, guys. Seriously, And like I say, it's a new thing. Our criminals weren't into that kind of thing. Yes, we had beggars. And, a lot of guys were going doing the begging. I know guys have made money begging. There is entrepreneurs out there that, just like I say, guys that are totally capable of doing whatever they want. And they just decide to do a year begging. And they get all the money that they got begging and they fuck off to Thailand, or they fuck off somewhere for 6 months. And then they come back and they'll sit and beg over summer. And then they'll get all the money their way for the winter. And why not? It's up to the individuals what people want to do. You know what I mean? Yes, it's bad, it's shameful, it's morally wrong, but that's about the only thing I've seen in the past or heard of as far as begging is concerned. This is on a different scale. But the bad side of it, guys, the negative side of it is that there is genuine beggars out there that need our help. And people are just going to stop giving money now to anybody because they just won't trust anybody, and that's the bad side of it all. David, what I would like to know is this. Who's funding the ongoing illegal invasion? I wonder how many charities and lobby groups are involved, as well as high-ranking politicians cashing in. Yeah, there's arms and legs coming off all over the place. You understand, there's interpreters. That's big money. Everybody's getting paid one way or the other. You've got NGOs coming out of your ear. You've got people helping them left, right, and centre, And, this is what I want to say as well, guys. They're very good at telling us that they're here to do the jobs that we don't want. Cheap labour. Can you not understand what they're saying when they say that? Think about it closely. So we're bringing these poor people from different countries to clean the toilets and clean the asses of our vulnerable because we don't want to do it. Why do we not want to do it? Because we get paid minimum wage to do the worst jobs in this country. So what do? We bring over these poor people and give them the worst jobs with the worst wages. Is that not slavery? Is that not some form of taking advantage of people? Rather than pay us the entitlement that we should get for doing the jobs like that, looking after people, cleaning people's poo and pee, dealing with things that are off the scale, mental health, we old women and old men are losing our mind and calling you all sorts of names and being angry and throwing things at you. That's who we're paying minimum wage, or just over minimum wage. The people that are in cleaning the toilets in your shopping centres, are cleaning the toilets in your schools, are cleaning the toilets anywhere, brushing and sweeping up after me, are on minimum wage. But our solution is to bring in, if we're not going to do it for cheap, for nothing, then we'll just bring somebody else in to do it. And what you're doing is you're taking people that can work, are able to work, are able to do something good in life, and you're taking them from these poor countries and you're bringing them here. And it's the same with the doctors and nurses. Oh, they're doctors and nurses. So what about the poor guys over in that country you just took the doctors and nurses from? What are they going to do now? So we've got the poorest countries like Afghanistan and Pakistan and all these countries that aren't doing great, that are struggling. And we take their best. And we show off. And this is what they tell us. They're quite proud of it. Oh, they're here to do the jobs you don't want there. Oh, they're doctors and nurses. But you don't see the damage that they're doing to the countries that are taking these men and women from. How are these countries ever going to get any better when we're taking our best? Yeah. Like I say, guys, everything's upside down in this country right now. Nothing's making any sense at all. Charities is Hope Not Hate, End Racism. They all get funding, so they do, from the government. You know, they get a lot of money from the government to do what they do against us. The counter-protests, the placards, bussing people in, giving people free bus. If you're unemployed, you get a free bus. That's where your government's money's going, you know. If you see a protest, right, any protest, here's one, you can test this one. Okay, so there's two big protests coming up in Northern Ireland, one in Londonderry or Derry, and one in Belfast. Now, I challenge anybody from Ireland, England, Scotland and Wales to research them demonstrations and see what you get. Now, you're a patriot that wants to travel. You want to go to this demonstration, so you want to find out about it, where it is, what's going on. From a patriot's point of view, you want to go to the Patriots demo, the rally against immigration. That's the one you want to go to. So you're going to research it, you're going to Google it. Do that for me when you get a chance, and you're going to be shocked what you get. All you're going to get is the counter demo. That's all you're going to get. You're going to get no information on the actual demonstration, but you're going to get web search after web search after web search about every organization who's organizing a counter demonstration against the demonstration. You get me? Correct, John Capone. Yeah, that's why we're different. I know. Look, in summertime, man, we'll all be bumping into each other with our wee bits of square paper and our wee dogs under our arms. All right, man. Oh, you got the spot? I'll go outside Boots. Brilliant. I've seen that one wee bit. I've seen that one, and she's pulling stuff out from under her skirt, and she's like, "I've seen that. Yeah, it's mental." Yeah. Wee bit. I took care of me granny for 2 years, and it's hard, but we have to do it. I couldn't live with myself. I put her. If I put, yeah, that's the same. We had the same thing. Me and my wife with my mother-in-law, mate. You know. And it does take it out of you guys, you know. It's okay at the start, you know, because you love and passion and all that, but it grinds you down, you know. It's because it's constant, because it's every day, you're not getting a break, and it is hard. It is so hard. Caring is so hard, guys, and this is why they say a lot of carers go before the person they're caring for, you know. And look what happened to my Sammy, you know what I mean? Fucking, she was gone a year after her mum, you know what I mean? 6 years of looking after her mum every day. And then a year after her mum, she's gone, you know what I mean? And then her dad was looking after her mum before Sammy, carrying her up the stairs all the time, you know what I mean? And lifting her and carrying her to bed, never using the house, built the ramp out the front, you know, gone. Massive heart attack, driving the car, towing a caravan. The last thing he said, he looked up, he goes, "It looks like it's going to be a good day." It's the last thing he said. And then gone, instant, gone. There was an off-duty police woman in the car behind, got them out of the car, tried to do CPR, gone, instant. And that's when my life changed with my wife. That day he died was when my life changed. David, it's because the government is being funded for masses of cheap labourers. It's all a sticky plaster solution to prop up an economy on its knees, thanks to decades of government corruption and decline. But it's not going to work. It's not going to work. They're trying, but it's not. We know it's not going to work. We're going to see what's coming. Like, Freedom Dad, wee bit bunkers. Freedom Dad, my daughter's a support worker. The foreign agency workers makes much more than her. I get that. Okay, I get that. Fair enough. Yeah, I can see that. And, you know, I would look into it a wee bit more, if there's any other information you can bring out, or you want me to look into it a wee bit more, if there's anything you want me to do or do a video, let me know, you know, because it shouldn't be like that, should it? And we shouldn't just say it and then you say that and me go, yeah, that's terrible, and then move on, you know? You know, wee bit bunkers. Her daughter's a support worker, and the foreign agency workers make much more money than her. Why? Why is that? You know, who is the support workers? Who's the companies? Let's find out why this is. What's the difference? What's the difference in money? Why are they getting more money, and how much difference is it? You know? Yeah, when you're involved, James, personally, when it's your mother, your granny, your family, you're just doing it. You're doing it. You're doing whatever you will kill yourself doing it. You will. Even if somebody says you're going to end up killing yourself doing this, you're still going to do it. Yeah, CJ audits. Yeah, I've seen a bit of him. Anne-Marie, honestly, I'm all good. I really appreciate it. Please do not worry about it. I promise you. But I really appreciate the love and the consideration and the kindness. It's amazing. It really is amazing. Two. Oh, sorry, what's that? See you later, Eddie. I couldn't put my parents or grandparents in one. You don't know what happens behind closed doors. They take my heart off. Yeah, you fucking terrifying. I've seen videos, and I've always said this. I don't agree with foreigners working in our care system, and I'm fucking don't care who had offends. I really don't. I've seen too many videos of Nigerian women and all sorts of other women like getting really angry with our old folk, really hurting them, you know, and it's heartbreaking. And if I see one video like that, that's enough for me. I don't care if you're not going to tell me it's a couple of bad eggs. No, you're not telling me that. Not when it comes to anybody can do any harm to a vulnerable person like that. Somebody really old, frail woman, bones like you can feel their bones through their arms and all that. No, that's something else. That's something else, guys. You know, and nah. Job Centre Plus is being rebanded to translation services and hotels are limited. Fucking telling me about it. She'd get paid more for working KFC. That doesn't surprise. Yeah, please go. And McDonald's, all these companies do pay all right. You know what I mean? And that's not right. How does a fast food worker get paid more than one of our carers? That doesn't make any sense, does it? Support workers, carers, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, they do. And this is the thing, guys, you know, I'm able to talk about it because I've experienced it. I mean, I've had three different care companies coming into this house, you know, twice a day. One in the morning, they get my mother-in-law up, shower, get her changed, change her pads and all that. And then one at night to put her in her bed, you know, because there's stuff that we didn't do. And we just as a family, we'd be respectful, you know. And, yeah, we had really bad experiences. So we had really, really bad experiences with carers, you know. They need loving, caring and understanding that it is. They need men and women who understand them, James, you're right. And it's not just, we need to look carefully what we're saying here to understand our old. It's very difficult to understand our old if you don't come from this country. You know, our old are different than us. They lived in a different era. They lived under different regimes and morals and no internet and all that carry on. And they had comedy was different. There was no wokeness, you know what I mean? And people could take the piss out of the Germans and the Irish and Pakistani people. And it was just a laugh. Nobody took it offensive, you know what I mean? the piss out of Jesus, took the piss out of Christianity, took the piss out of our, spitting image, took the piss out of everybody, but yeah. Yeah, I understand that, David. Yeah, it is difficult. Yeah, William, I brought that to this channel. I done a video about it, so I did, mate. I done a video. Yeah, the thing about that a lot of people didn't notice was, because I read people, I can tell you now that man has done stuff to people. That wasn't just a joke. That man, maybe not when it was way to actually unalive somebody, but when it was a way not to give somebody the treatment to keep them alive, I can tell you now, as a man who reads people, that man's got blood in his hands. One of them nurses has got blood in his hands. 110%. Kitty's just bringing the baby. I don't think there's anybody on this platform, to be honest, Sue. You're all the same. There's none of us can do that. None of us can put our loved ones in the care. My mother-in-law used to say to me, if you put me in the care, I'll die. She was a Glasgow woman and she could swear like a trooper and there was nothing wrong with her brain. She couldn't move a fucking arm or her leg, but there was nothing wrong with her brain or her jaw, and she was quite brutal, but she was funny and she was fucking my mother-in-law, you know what I mean? And she was a pain in the arse, but she was my pain in the arse, you know what I mean? And, that was the difficult bit, like her saying that. And then the way the council made us had no choice, and it was difficult when you're being pushed into a corner to do something. It's difficult. It really is difficult, and just who I am, being a bank robber in Northern Ireland, Belfast, and I just out of jail, and then I'm like, whoa. It was overwhelming, and I ended up taken to the hospital within, I think, about a week of having complete responsibility of this really vulnerable person, my wife and my stepdaughter. I'm sitting here and man in the house thinking, geez, and this is exactly what happened. I'm sitting there, they're watching EastEnders, and I'm sitting just taking stock of what's how my life's changed. And I'm sitting there in the living room, in there, and I felt my chest tightening up, and I said to Sammy, I don't feel right. Struggling to get a breath. And I was like, we've done that, you phone to get advice, and they can phone an ambulance. They sent an ambulance out, the ambulance came out, they put the stuff on me. They were like, you need to go to hospital. And it was me realising how much responsibility, because I've never had responsibility, it's only ever been me. I'm not responsible for nobody but me, and I didn't really care much about me, really. But that's the truth. I've never been responsible for nobody in my life. And then all of a sudden, I'm married, I've got a wife, I've got a stepdaughter, and I've got a mother-in-law who needs me. And it was terrifying, and it really did affect me. And it was all right, you know what I mean? It's just overwhelmed, you know what I mean? And I don't know, I can't explain it. Now, that was the first time I'd ever had anything like that, But it's amazing what the brain can do to you, like your own brain. Well done, Sue. Yeah, Vanda, respect. They're posting job ads for careers on Indeed, stating English not essential. What? That's nuts. English not essential. So you're just going to go in and just ignore them? You're not going to have a rapport with them? You're not going to listen to their war stories or what they've been through in life or talk about their loved one that they've lost because you can't understand a word they're saying? Yeah, the nursing homes, so Sandra, you're right. This is how it works in Scotland. So say we start a current company called Freedom Dad's Cares, right? And I get you all working for me. And I go to the government, and the government go, right, We need you to look after this person. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm getting like 4 or 5 grand a week, 2 grand a week, whatever it is for each person. So obviously I'm going to get as many as people. Like, all I'm seeing is the money in it. 2 grand a body, 2 grand a body. You know, I've only got 8 curs. If there's only 80 are ready to go. But I've got fucking 30 people needing hanged. And this is what happens. I've seen it. So the curs are running about like mad, trying to cover all, and they're going to one person, going to another person, they're forgetting somebody. That's a nightmare. And it's all because this one person is making so much money. The government are giving so much money to these companies they look after our elderly. And they're keeping all the money. They're paying minimum wage, making the curs use their own cars and everything. You know, having an app on their phone so they know if they're at the house. So the cars just need to be in next to the house or be around the house, and it looks like they're in the house. They used to sit around the corner in a car for 15, 20 minutes because I lived over there and they didn't know we lived over there, you see, at first. None of the cars knew. So we know, we'd watch them coming and going. My garden looked straight into my mother-in-law's house, my garden over there, and we just watch them. And they used to park the car up, sit in the car, because that was their time. Because they were meant to give Wilma like half an hour or 40 minutes or whatever. They were meant to give her so much time. A lot of time. That's what they were getting paid for. And they would sit around the corner because it was covered by the sat-nav sort of thing, you know, GPS. And it looked as if they were there, but they weren't, you know. It's just one of the things, some of the things that went on. You know, one time they left her sitting on a chair all morning till 8 o'clock at night. And I don't know if you can imagine what it's like for a fully grown woman to be sitting in one place, not able to move or change her position. And then whenever we complained about it, they sent 2 men out. 2 men. So I came running over, coming in, and I'm like, whoa, Wilma. And they're like, she hasn't said no. You mean because you haven't asked her? She's wanting to get off that seat. She'd let fucking Hitler come in right now and move her to bed. You know? Have you even asked her? You know, because they're taking her to bed, taking her clothes off her, cleaning her, changing her pads. You know? And all she wants to do is get off that seat. This is the kind of things that they were doing. You know? Shocking. Absolutely shocking. I could tell you one horrific story after another. The problems that we had with these people. The lack of care, the absolute lack of care because so much money's involved. Seriously, like, greed. There's nothing more than greed, guys. Hello, John Giles. Yeah. Just don't let them surrender the homes, you're right. We'll be care, you're right, Vanda. Yeah, you're right, David. Yeah, James, we had the care line. We had a care line thing, so she had a button, and she'd hit that button 50 times a day. And every time she hit the button, care line would be through the thingy, and we'd have to go to the care line, hit the button, and care line said, it's okay, we're here. Because if we didn't come over and hit that button, then somebody would have to get sent out because it's a care line buttons for emergencies. But my mother-in-law thought it was a room service. She'd drop her remote control, hit the red button, because she knew we'd have to come over. Oh, pick my remote control up. You know what I mean? Make us a cup of tea. This is at the start, 50 fucking times, man. You know what I mean? We had them out. Caroline were out. You know what I mean? Sitting at the back of the house. One was sitting in our big chair next to the window, and man, me and my wife are sitting, you know, and they're like, she's hitting the button 50 times a day. We're like, do you think we don't know that? Fuck's sake, you're not the one running back and forth. Got to go. Who's that? Gary, got to go. Freedomdad73. Thanks for the chat. And listen, thanks all by all. No problem, mate. Anytime. And we'll hook up on X. I'll keep looking for you. Follow the money. Yeah, Amory, follow the money. Painted nursing home a few years back. Guy had no experience. All I had to do was get a high qualified nurse. Government paying loads each week. Yeah, Giovanni. Yeah, money, money, money. Just throwing money. They don't care. Look, there you go. You know what I mean? You got a paintbrush, right? There you go. You got the job. You know what I mean? I haven't got a clue what I'm doing, you know what I mean? Fucking throwing paints up, just throwing paints up against the wall, brushing it, getting it spread it about as best as possible. You know what I mean? That's a really good example, Gio, a perfect example, mate. David, I'm glad you're here, man. You're one of the good ones out here. Thank you, mate, if that's me you're talking about. My dying uncle was treated like crap in hospice, no TV, radio, shite food, and getting paid a fortune. Sickening, unforgivable. He was terminally ill, for goodness sake. Yeah. James, I know what you mean. Freedom Dad, I rigged up a phone for her to ring me. That was the sorriest thing I ever done. Yeah, we had a mobile phone as well, but you know, I mean, she ended up phoning the police and everything. Fucking 999, it was a nightmare. That is just sick. I would never put any of my family in one of those places. William Stewart, message retracted. Wasn't me. David, it's beyond disgusting to them. It's a filled bed to us. You know, well, yeah. So guys, 2.5 hours. I'm going to have to wrap it up. Katie's on her way round with baby. Baby's sleeping, so she'll probably wake up soon for a feed, and I don't want to be juggling everything. And you've seen her the other day, you know what I mean? So yeah, that'll be me today, guys. You know what I mean? Bring a video tomorrow. Obviously, I'll have we think about it. Got a couple of wee things floating about. If there's anything in particular you want, anything you're interested in, give us a shout. No, you're right. You're right, William. You know, and I would like to stay longer, and I hate cutting these fucking knives off because I really do enjoy myself. I can't believe how quick they go. John says that to me all the time. John Capone goes, fucking hell, man, them knives go quick. And they do. They do. It's fucking 2.5 hours. We're never going to get back, guys. 2.5 hours. It never gets gone. It's fucking gone. But no, brilliant. Happy days. Have a nice evening. Thank you, mate. Yeah, I'm going to have that steak tonight. You know what I mean? Thanks to you guys, you know, so treat myself, you know what I mean? Brilliant. Fucking wee steak, man, you know what I mean? Fucking deserve a wee steak, don't I, guys? You know, that's the way I'm looking at it. I'm not going to fucking look any more into it. When I get a wee roll up and get ready for Lucky, you know. My mum went through terrible shit too with career, just as well. She had a good family around her. See you all next time. Yep. You know, have a good night, guys. Tuesday night. Yeah, just going to enjoy wee Lucky in that, you know what I mean? And just chill out, enjoy your pancakes, all you tossers. Enjoy your evening. You tossers, these get it? Tossing the old pancakes. Eh? You thought he was coming as a wanker, didn't you? Oh, brilliant. No, but all my love, guys. I'm just going to let you all say cheerio and stuff. I'm not going to just wrap it up straight away. I'm going to give you a wee bit of time. But like I say, as always, thank you, guys. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure, and it's always fun. It's always giving me a wee giggle. And I always, after the live, always have a wee giggle to myself. I do. Obviously, I do. You know what I mean? Because I'm the one, it's my live, and you are all talking to me, and these are all saying different things. And obviously, there's some sad stuff there as well, you know what I mean? But we try not to ponder on the sad stuff, you know what I mean? It makes us who we are, guys. We try our best in life, you know. Just keep an eye on Stormer. Keep an eye on what's going on with Ukraine and that. There's Katie now. Good timing. So I'm going to say cheerio. Keep an eye on everything, guys. Keep me updated when I come on the lives. Let me know what's going on and stuff like that. And keep watching your favourite YouTubers. Paul Thorpe, Paz, the British Launderer, and our good friend Gobster as well. So keep it all focused, guys. That's wee Tulip. Wee Tulip's back. Tulip was around at Granny's. Right? All my love, guys. Love yous all to death. And God bless every single one of you. Stay safe and have a good rest of the day.